All right, race fans, here's your lineup for tonight's first of our Hoosier Tire late model heats. On the pole car number 3, that is John Looney Jr. out of Goshen. To his right, the number 84 from Elkhart of Super Dave Watson. Second row on the inside, car number 83, scheduled there from Warsaw, Rod England. To his right in row 2, the 21 of Heath Roberts from Etna Green. Third row inside, car number 2 is Kurt Gunkel. To his right from Ligonier, the number 11 of Tim the Toolman Taylor. And fourth row inside from South Bend, car number 99, Curtis Holt. To his right, scheduled there, the number 11 of Ed Smith. 8 cars scheduled to go 8 laps in the first of our Hoosier Tire late model heats. Gentlemen, let them roll. Roll 'em as we get set to go in racing action here at the new Paris Speedway, the hottest quarter-mile racetrack in the Midwest. The first of our Hoosier Tire late model heats, an 8-lap event. Looks like we're going to be minus number 83, Rod England, and number 11, Ed Smith. Both cars have had some problems tonight in hot lapping and qualifying. 6 cars then will go 8 laps in the first of our 2 Hoosier Tire late model heats as Mighty Mike Powers will put them on their final pace lap, this time by. Number 3, John Looney Jr. out here for the first time in 2006 out of Goshen. Brings him up to speed as he comes out of turn 4. Mighty Mike gives him the green. They're off and racing for 8 laps. Number 2, Kurt Gunkel, immediately moving up to second on the start. As number 2, Kurt Gunkel takes the lead down the backstretch and into turn 3. Curtis Holt in the 99 moving up there as well as we complete lap 1. 2:99.11. That's the way they're running as they head down the Billboard backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. Number 2, Kurt Gunkel, and 99, Curtis Holt battling for the lead as we complete lap 2. 99, Curtis Holt working the outside groove, trying to make the move there to that front spot. 11, Tim the Toolman Taylor there in third, waiting in the wings. 3 down, 5 more to go. Number 2, Kurt Gunkel is your leader. 99, Curtis Holt, and Tim the Toolman Taylor right behind him at the halfway. 4 in and 4 more left. This time around, everybody's still in the same positions. 5 down and 3 more to go. Unable to make the move to the front. 99, Curtis Holt stays on the outside groove, but time's running out. And they've got 6 down and 2 left, this time by. Now 99, Curtis Holt edging up on the outside with 1 to go. 99, Curtis Holt wants that lead. Number 2, Kurt Gunkel stays right there on the inside groove. They're going to battle door to door in turns 3 and 4. Watch them at the line. The checkered flag will wave for number 99, Curtis Holt. '99, 2 and 11. Curtis Holt, number 99, edging out the number 2 at the line by a half a car length. Your winner of our first Hoosier Tire late model heat will be the 99 of Curtis Holt. Number 2, Kurt Gunkel finished second. And 11, Tim the Toolman Taylor had to settle for third. So as he comes in here to get the first checkered flag on the evening, put your hands together for the number 99. He's out of South Bend. Give it up for Curtis Holt. '99, Curtis Holt out of South Bend, sponsored by TCL Sporting Goods there in Walkerton, Jigsaw Electric in South Bend, and Liberty Package. there in North Liberty. All sponsors of 99 of Curtis Holt. All right, here's your lineup for the second of our Hoosier Tire late model heats. The second of three on the pole, car number 6 from Niles, Michigan. That is Lurch, Bryce Schaefer. To his right in row 1, the 0-1 from Bristol of Tim Holmes. Holmesy's back in action here at the new Paris Speedway. Second row inside, car number 57 out of Elkhart. The Renegade Racing 57 of Devin Heimbaugh. On the outside of row 2, number 29 from North Liberty, scheduled to start on the outside of the second row, Mike Rednant in car number 29. Third row inside, scheduled there, the 55 of Justin Matson. To his right, the number 5 from Silver Lake of Jason Isley. Fourth row, the 13 being driven this weekend by Choo Choo Charlie Whitman, and the 05 of Racing Rex Wirt. And at the back of the pack, the yellow number 22 of Radical Rich Bull. 9 cars scheduled to start, but it looks like we're going to minus the 29 of Mike Redant, not making the start of this one. So 8 cars will be going 8 laps in the second of our Hoosier Tire late model heats. All right, Mighty Mike Powers finally puts them on their final pace lap. Next time by, we'll go Green Flag Racing for 8 laps with these 8 cars. The second fastest group of our Hoosier Tire late models on the track. The fast Hoosier Tire late models coming up. Lurch, Bryce Schaefer, number 6, our pole setter with the 0-1 of Tim Holmes, brings him up to speed out of turn 4. Mighty Mike turns them loose. They're off and racing. Side by side, wheel to wheel. That's the way they're looking as they come out of turn 2. Outside line faltering back just a little bit as number 6, Bryce Schaefer, brings them around as your leader on lap 1. 57, Devin Heimbaugh tucked in behind his rear bumper. The 0-1 of Tim Holmes now racing up there on the outside groove to go wheel to wheel, door to door as they come out of turn 4 to complete lap 2. 55, Justin Matson slowing up back there at the back of the pack as everybody battled toward the front, trying to shuffle it out in this 8-lap heat race with 5 more to go. 13, Choo Choo Charlie Whitman having to drive the Moose Miller machine this weekend. He was running right there in 4th as they go at the halfway point, 4 down and 4 more left. Bryce Schaefer, the pole setter, stays to the inside, stays out in front. 57, Devin Heimbaugh battling on the inside, trying to get that second place spot away from 0-1 Tim Holmes. And does so on lap 5. They got 3 more to go as they sort it out. 05 Racing Rex Wirt now up to 5th. 6 down, 2 to go this time by. "13, Choo Choo Charlie Whitman now on the inside of the 0-1 of Tim Holmes for that 3rd place position. And Tim Holmes moves back to 4th as they bring out the white flag. 1 more lap to go to settle this second Hoosier Tire late model heat. The inside line has it tonight as a checkered flag flies for the 6 of Bryce Schaefer. 6, 57, and 13. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. Choo Choo Charlie Whitman driving the 13. Will finish there in 3rd. 57, Devin Heimbaugh across the stripe in 2nd. And winning from the pole position to win our second late model heat. Put your hands together for the number 6 of Lurch, Bryce Schaefer. Bryce Schaefer out of Niles, Michigan, sponsored by B&S Steel Service there in Elkhart, Carol and Steve Motorsports of South Bend, Lamb's Graphics, and Precision Auto and Body there in Niles, all sponsors. The number 6 of Bryce Schaefer. All right, here's your lineup for tonight's Fast Hoosier Tire Late Model Heat. On the pole, car number 9 from Bourbon, Indiana, that's Dave Long. To his right in row 1, car number 17 from Cassopolis, Michigan, Wild Bill Klotz. Second row inside, scheduled there, the 53 from South Bend of Lou Strimmy. On the outside of row 3, row 2, the number 40 from Elkhart of Little Donnie Klotz. Third row inside, car number 21X from Shipshawana, Indiana, that's Jumpin' Josh Taylor. To his right in row 3, the 89 out of Elkhart of Kenny Whitman. Fourth row inside, rookie driver in our Hoosier Tire Late Models, the 17 of Corey Ryman. To his right, the 16 of Bobby Blunt, and fast qualifier at the tail end of the pack, scheduled back there, the 61 of Travis Slaybaugh. 9 cars scheduled to go, 8 laps in our Fast Hoosier Tire Late Model Heat. So we've got 7 cars that Mighty Mike Powers puts them on their final pace lap this time by. And it looks like the 53 of Lou Strimmy and the 61 of Travis Slaybaugh not making the start of tonight's heat. So 7 cars to go, 8 laps in the Fast Hoosier Tire Late Model Heat. Watch them as they bring them up to speed. The front row, 9, Dave Long, and the 17 of Wild Bill Klotz. They'll bring them up to speed as they come out of turn 4. 8 turns them loose, they're off and racing. Number 9, Dave Long, out to the front spot in the early going. 17, Wild Bill Klotz back to second. Single file as they come out of turn 4 to complete lap 1. 21X, Jumpin' Josh Taylor looking to the inside of the 17 of Bill Klotz for that second place spot. Klotz drives right back in front of him in turn 3 as we complete lap 2. Wild Bill Klotz trying to hold on to second. Number 9, Dave Long, staying out in front. Caution flag comes out. Yellow coming out for some reason. Two down, 6 to go. Your leader is number 9, Dave Long. 17, Wild Bill Klotz. That's their second on the restart. 21X, Jumpin' Josh Taylor in third. 17, Corey Ryman running in fourth. 16, Bobby Blunt restarts in fifth. In front of the 89 and Kenny Whitman. Number 40, Little Donnie Klotz made an early exit. 2 down, 6 to go. Watch them now as they come out of turn 4. They'll be bringing them up to speed. Single file formation restart with 6 laps left in our Fast Hoosier Tire Late Model Heat as Mikey turns them loose. Number 9, Dave Long, stays out in front. 3 down, 5 to go this time around. Single file formation is the way they look as they come out of turn 2. Halfway mark will come out this time. They're going to have 4 in, 4 more to go. All right, your leader is still the number 9, Dave Long. 17, Bill Klotz running second, but smoking out of the rear of his machine as they get the white flag. They got 1 more to go. 21X, Josh Taylor bumping him, trying to figure out some way to move to second. Unable to do it so far. Checkered flag will wave for number 9, Dave Long. Nine, 17, and 21. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. Finishing third was the 21 of Jumpin' Josh Taylor. 17, Bill Klotz was second. Winning tonight's Fast Hoosier Tire Late Model Heats. Put your hands together for the number 9 of Dave Long. Number 9, Dave Long out of Bourbon, Indiana, doing a great job of driving up front. Dave, of course, sponsored by Dan's Service Center in Elkhart, Pro Motor, Rapture Concession Trailers in Napanee, Jim Blunt's Auto Salvage in La Paz, and U.S. RV Transport in Wakarusa. All sponsors the number 9 of Dave Long. All right, race fans, here's your lineup for tonight's fast Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. The fastest of our Michiana Tire Street Stocks on the track. On the pole, number 3 is Hot Rod Rodney Spencer. To his right, the 99 of Mark Blessing from Napanee. Second row, we've got the 12 of Kevin Gunkel and the 53 points leader in the Street Stocks, 53 Lou Strimmy. Third row inside, car number 61, Jason Slaybaugh out of Syracuse. To his right, the number 6 of Dave Coleman from Middlebury. Fourth row, the 38 of Daryl Click and the 15 of Don Hunley. And at the back of the pack, fast qualifier for the first time for 2006, number 10, Hollywood Eric Kaiser. 9 cars getting ready to go 8 laps in our fast Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. They bring him up to speed out of turn 4. Mighty Mike Powers turns them loose. 99 Mark Blessing, something wrong with his car, slowing up on the start of that one. Caution flag will come out as Mighty Mike Powers didn't like the start of that one. Brake check in turn 3. Look out over there. What's going on with that? Kind of tough to see that light over there with the sunlight in their eyes, I guess. Brake check into halfway back of the pack. Complete restart coming up. 38, Daryl Click now has a flat tire on the front right of his machine. Minus a 38 of Daryl Click. As they're all back in their complete restart positions, number 3, Rodney Spencer and 99 Mark Blessing start up there on that front row again. They'll be bringing them up to speed as they come out of turn 4. Mighty Mike Powers looks them over, gives them the green, they're off and racing, and Rodney Spencer on the accelerator, taking off. Number 12, Kevin Gunkel now moving up to second as 99 Mark Blessing's on the outside groove and losing a little ground. 61 Jason Slaybaugh slides up to third as they complete lap number 1. Rodney Spencer from Goshen driving that Vortex Spray-On Bedliner sponsored machine out in front. Number 12, Kevin Gunkel in the Reed's Hoosier Horsepower machine runs there in second as they complete lap 2. Now Jason Slaybaugh to 61 on the inside there in turn 1. Going to challenge for that number 2 spot as they come out of turn 2 and down the Billboard backstretch. 61 Jason Slaybaugh moving up to second, trying to reel in the number 3 of Rodney Spencer with 5 more laps to go. 53 Lou Strimmy now working on the inside, moves to third as number 12 Kevin Gunkel got on the outside groove and falls back a couple of spots. At the halfway, your leader is still the 3 of Rodney Spencer. 61 Jason Slaybaugh running second, 53 Lou Strimmy there in third, and the 10 of Hollywood Eric Kaiser, your fast qualifiers, now up to fourth. 5 down, 3 to go this time by. Number 3, Rodney Spencer out in front with a pretty good lead as they complete lap 6. Oh, and 61 Jason Slaybaugh around in turn 1. Everybody going every which way to miss him. Good job of driving by number 10 Eric Kaiser to go left and miss the 61 that was sliding in front of him. Lou Strimmy and the 53 did the same with 2 to go. We got to get them lined back up. Single file formation with a 2-lap shootout coming up in our fast Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. All right, single file formation restart with 2 to go in tonight's fast Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. Your leader is the number 3 of Hot Rod Rodney Spencer, 53 Lou Strimmy running second. Number 10 fast qualifier Eric Kaiser right there in third. 15 Don Hunley's in fifth, and the 6 of Dave Coleman. As we've lost a couple of, we lost about 3 out of the starting field. They got 2 to go as they bring them up to speed. Single file formation restart with a green-white checker coming up in tonight's Fast Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. Number 3, Hot Rod Rodney Spencer out in front. Started on the pole. He'll be bringing them around. He'll have 1 more to go this time by. 53 Lou Strimmy running there in second. Not evenly spaced out. And that's the way they're going to finish tonight's Fast Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat as the checker flag flies for the 3 of Rodney Spencer. 3:53 and 10 for those of you keeping score. Number 10 Eric Kaiser finished third. 53 Lou Strimmy was second. And winning from the pole position in our Fast Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat, the young man out of Goshen, Indiana. Drives that number 3 Street Stock. Put your hands together for the number 3 of Hot Rod Rodney Spencer. Hot Rod Rodney Spencer out of Goshen, sponsored by Vortex Spray-On Bed Liners there in Elkhart, Pro Motor in Goshen, Advanced Auto Parts, Sisler's Trucking, Landmark Bar and Grill in downtown New Paris, Troyer Carpets, Double D's Crowbar, Chicago's Downtown Eatering in Bristol, Harry's Amish Hauling Service in Millersburg, RSJ Chassis and Fabricators, and of course, here's your lineup for tonight's second Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. On the pole, number 6, that's Barry Lamb. To his right, to 17 of Bob Schisler Jr., last year's track champion in our street stocks. Second row inside from Middlebury, Indiana, the 63 of Adam Severy. To his right, the 25 of John Sabo from Goshen. Third row is the 52 of Matt Sparks from Milford. To his right, the 5 of Jason Shepard out of Warsaw. Then we've got the 4 of Curtis Gray and the 125 of Scott Frost and 74 Chris Helfrich at the tail end of the pack. 9 cars going 8 laps in our second Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat as Mighty Mike turns them loose. Inside line taking off tonight, number 6, Barry Lamb out in front of 63, Adam Severy. 3 wide in the middle of the pack for that 5th place spot. Number 5, Jason Shepard comes out of that one okay as they complete lap number 1. Barry Lamb and 63, Adam Severy battling for the front. 17, Bob Schisler Jr. running in third. 25, John Sabo is fourth as they complete lap 2 this time by. Barry Lamb driving the number 6 tonight in our street stock competition. He'll bring them around. They'll have 3 down, 5 more to go this time around. Oh, and Adam Severy around in turn 2. He got up into the marbles over there, into the sand in turns 1 and 2, and around he went. The first caution flag coming out for the 63 of Adam Severy. Three down, 5 to go. Single file formation restart once again. Number 6, Barry Lamb, will be bringing him out of turn 4. He brings him up to speed. Mighty Mike turns him loose. 17, Bobby Schisler Jr. running in second, looking for the way to get to the front. 25, John Sabo there in third. Number 5, Jason Shepard's up to 4th, and Frosty's running in 5th at the halfway. 4 in and 4 to go. 125, Scott Frost. Trying to find his line, trying to get up there. Here comes Curtis Gray and the number 4 on the inside of 52. Matt Sparks moves to 6th as they complete lap 5. Back up front, it is the number 6 of Barry Lamb. 17, Bobby Schisler Jr. sizing him up. Time's running out. They got 6 down, 2 to go this time around. White flag will fly. They'll have to settle this one on the final lap. Number 6, Barry Lamb, trying to hold everybody at bay. Single file as they come out of turn 2. Bobby Schisler Jr., not enough. Checkered flag will wave this time for number 6, Barry Lamb. 6, 17, and 25. That's the way they finished 1, 2, and 3. 25, John Sabo was third. 17, Bob Schisler Jr. had to settle for second. As our pole setter wins this second street stock heat. And as he rolls up here to get the checkered flag, let's put our hands together for the guy that normally drives late model 69, driving street stock 6 is Barry Lamb.
Well, Paul did it again. Paul bought way too many mattresses for Warsaw Furniture Warehouse. Then he had to unload them and set them up. Buying or selling.
All righty then, here's your lineup for our third Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. On the pole, car number 50 from Warsaw, actually Claypool, that's the 50 of Hurricane Charlie Cotton. To his right in row 1, 16 of Tom Smith. Second row inside, car number 24 from LaGrange is David Jordan. To his right, to 29 of John Wheeler Jr. Third row inside, driving the 00 from Syracuse is a Wild Child Gary Wiles. To his right from Cromwell, the 78 of Donald Click. Fourth row from Milford to 67 of Mike Robinson. To his right, to 68 from Elkhart of Mark Vance Jr. And at the back of the pack, the number 7 out of Napanee, that's Torrey Lutz. 9 cars going 8 laps in our third Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. They'll bring it up to speed as they come out of turn 4. Mighty Mike gives them a green light. They're off and racing for 8 laps. 16, Tom Smith got real wide there in turns 1 and 2. Falls back up quite a few spots. Number 50, Charlie Cotton, our pole setter, will bring him around for lap number 1. Charlie Cotton out in front, 24, David Jordan running second. Number 00, Gary Wiles is up to third. '29, John Wheeler Jr. as they sort it up, single file. 3 down, 5 to go this time by. 50, Charlie Cotton. 24, David Jordan out of LaGrange, Indiana. And the 00, Gary Wiles there in third. That's your front 3 at the halfway point. 4 in and 4 to go. 29, John Wheeler Jr. trying to work up to the top 3 spot. And the 67 of Mike Robinson currently running in 5th. 7, Torrey Lutz started at the tails up to 6 with 5 down and 3 left. Single file as they sort it out. There's only 2 laps to go this time by. White flag will fly for number 50, Charlie Cotton, who's trying to hold on. 24, David Jordan doing a great job running in second. Number 67, Mike Robinson, something wrong with his machine. He drops out of position as the checkered flag flies for 50, Charlie Cotton. 50, 24, and 00. That's the way they finished 1, 2, and 3. 00, Gary Wiles was third. 24, David Jordan out of LaGrange, Indiana, finished second. And winning from the pole in our third street stock heat, put your hands together for the 50 of Hurricane Charlie Cotton. Charlie Cotton, car number 50 out of Claypool, sponsored by CNC Race Cars and Fabrication, Blackford Law Offices of Warsaw, Holly's Auto Salvage in North Webster, Jenkins Automotive, your Napa store there in Milford, J&B Pallet in Warsaw, Triple K Graphics, and Lisa Battery and Desson Rink, all sponsor number 50, Hurricane Charlie Cotton. Here's your lineup for our fourth Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat on the pole. Car number 39 being driven this weekend by John Healy Jr. To his right in row 1, the number 45 from Goshen of Kevin Ray. Second row inside, car number 13 out of Elkhart, that's Mike Miller Jr. To his right from Ligonier, the 62 of Eddie Click. Third row inside from New Paris is number 2 of Sam Hirschberger. To his right, to 121 is Sparky Mark Miller. Fourth row, number 18 out of Elkhart's Rumblin' Billy Rumbaugh, and the 23 of Donnie Harrison. And in the last row, back there all by himself, the 32 from Elkhart of Jack Pontius Jr. 9 cars going 8 laps. As they come out of turn 4, they bring them up to speed. Mighty Mike turns them loose. 39 John Healy Jr. sets out in the front spot. 13 Mike Miller Jr. up to second. 45 Kevin Ray right there in third with a little bump and run. Got him out of position as they complete lap number 1. 45 Kevin Ray trying to find some way to get to the top 2 spots. Look at the 121 of Sparky Mark Miller moving up on the outside groove. He's worked his way to 4th as they complete lap number 2. Sparky Mark Miller working on the outside groove. 62 Ed Click trying to hold him at bay. That's the battle for 4th. They're going to have 3 down and 5 more to go this time by. Front 3 still unchanged as they work on lap 4. 121 Mark Miller still on the outside groove all by his lonesome. Halfway mark will come out. 4 in and 4 more go. 121 Sparky Mark now looking for that 3rd place spot as he works the outside of the 45 of Kevin Ray in turn 3 and 4. The 121 trying to make his way to the top 3 as they complete lap 5. Mark Miller, 121 out of Elkhart, stays on the outside groove. That's his line. He loves it there, and he's slowly working forward as they complete lap 6. 121 Mark Miller now looks to the outside of Mike Miller Jr. in that 13 machine. Miller Boys Racing Team, look out, 32 Jack Pontius Jr. He's okay. He's out of harm's way. He went sliding off that billboard backstretch as they're under their final lap. Your leaders, the 39 of John Healer Jr., 121 Mark Miller now battling Mike Miller Jr. for second as the checkered flag flies for the number 39 of John Healy Jr. 121 Mark Miller was second. 13 Mike Miller Jr. had to settle for third. That's the way they shuffle it out. 39, 121, and 13. That's the way they finished 1, 2, and 3. 13 Mike Miller Jr. was third. 121 Mark Miller was second as he worked his way to the front by using the outside groove, but he finishes there in second behind your winner of tonight's 3rd Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. As he rolls up here to get the checkered flag, put your hands together for the 39 of John Healy Jr. John Healy Jr. out of out of Elkhart, Indiana, picks up tonight's 4th Street Stock Heat from the pole position. The car is sponsored by TriStar Distributing and Hoosier Harley Davidson, as well as Future Sales there in Elkhart. All sponsors of 39 being driven this weekend by John Healy Jr. Second row inside, car number 14 comes to us. 14 from Vandalia, Michigan of Terry Lombardi. To his right, the number 8 of Randy Huffman. Third row inside, car number 19 being driven this weekend by Ty Hayes. To his right, to 72 from Mishawaka of Andy Leidecker. Fourth row inside, the 0-2 of Cy Sharp. To his right, to 66 from Syracuse of Dandy Randy Niles. Fifth row inside in that 46 machine, that is Al Maurer. To his right, the 25 of Sheldon Lindlag, and at the back of the pack, 77 Dennis Zimmerman. 11 cars going 8 laps in our 5th Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. Mighty Mike looks him over, gives him the green, they're off and races. Dennis Zimmerman's got that 77 for sale street stock out here for the first time in 2006. Told us earlier that number 77 is for sale, and it is race ready as we complete lap 1. Your leader is the 20 of Rick Richardson, 14 Terry Lombardi with a little bump and go. Look at 19 Al Maurer, 19 Ty Hayes on the inside there. And Ty Hayes moves up to second as we complete lap 2 in the number 19 machine. 14 Terry Lombardi, a little tap from Cy Sharp in the 0-2. Lombardi held on to it. He'll lose a spot though as 0-2 Cy Sharp now moves up there on the inside, up to third as we complete lap 3. 46 Al Maurer now moving his way up there to fourth in that Michael Bogart borrowed machine. And 46 Al Maurer's up there at the halfway point, 4 in and 4 to go. As 20 Rick Richardson tries to hold off the 19 of Ty Hayes. 19 Ty Hayes running in second, 0-2 Cy Sharp, 46 Al Maurer, and a 25 of Sheldon Lindlag. That's your front 5 with 5 down and 3 left. 19 Ty Hayes now trying to get on the inside of the 20 of Rick Richardson as they go down the backstretch. Ty Hayes right into that driver door, rubbing shoulders as they come out of turn 4, and your new leader on lap 6 is 19 Ty Hayes. Ty Hayes out in front. Rick Richardson's back to second. 0-2 Cy Sharp still there at third. A battle for fourth between 25 Sheldon Lindlag and the 46 of Al Maurer with 1 lap to go. We got one round over there at turn 4. It's a 77 of Dennis Zimmerman, so a caution checkered flag will come out. This one will finish on lap 7 thanks to Dennis Zimmerman's number 77 machine. So your winner will be the 19 of Ty Hayes. 20 Rick Richardson will finish second. And the 0-2 of Cy Sharp will be third. So as he comes in here to get the checkered flag, put your hands together for our winner, number 19, Ty Hayes. Ty Hayes driving the street stock number 19 in competition tonight here at the new Paris Speedway. Late model driver out here in the street stock division tonight. Here is your lineup for our 6th and final Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. On the pole car number 99, that's Brandon Fink out of Napanee. And to his right, to number 83 from Bourbon of Greg Headington. Second row on the inside, car number 118. He's out of Chicago, Illinois. That lime green, number 118 of Mark McElhorn, comes to us all the way from Chicago every Saturday night. Mark McElhorn there on the inside of the second row. To his right from White Pigeon, the 38L of Jeff Long. Third row inside, car number 47. That is the Bulldog, Gene Hughes. His right in row 3, the number 6. The number 6, of course, is terrible, Ted Stanley. Fourth row inside, car number 71 from Goshen. That's the Doughboy, Larry Saunders. And to his right in row 4, the 0-2 being driven this weekend by Josh Summers. 8 cars going 8 laps in our 6th and final Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. All right. Mike Powers puts them on their final pace lap this time. 8 cars going 8 laps. We hope. All right, they'll be bringing them up to speed out of turn 4. This time, as Mighty Mike Powers looks him over, he gives him the green light. They're off and racing in our 6th and final Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. Still sorting it out, side-by-side racing as they come out of turn 4. Now a little 3 wide back there at the back of the pack. As they complete lap 1, your leader is the 83 of Greg Headington. 99 Brandon Fink back to second. 47 the Bulldog Gene Hughes now moving up on the outside for second place. 118 Mark McElhorn back there in 4th. And here comes the Doughboy. 71 Larry Saunders trying to move up. 2 down and 6 to go. The Bulldog barking at the back door. The 83 of Greg Headington. And Gene Hughes takes over the lead there in car number 47. The Bulldog, Gene Hughes, up to the front. 3 down, 5 to go. 83, Greg Headington's running second. 118, Mark McElhorn there in third. Here comes the Doughboy, number 71, Larry Saunders now on the inside. He wants to break up into the top 3. Halfway mark will come out. 4 down, 4 to go. This time by for 47. Gene Hughes at the halfway. 71, Larry Saunders looks to the inside. He's trying to move to second on the inside of the 83 of Greg Headington. 5 down, 3 to go for 47, Gene Hughes. Oh, black flag coming out for 83 Greg Headington, and 02 being driven by Josh Summers. Summers about got him. No, actually black flag for the 6 of Terrible Teddy Stanley. He's headed for the pits. They got 6 down and 2 to go. White flag. 1 more to go for 47, Gene Hughes. And a checkered flag will now wave for 47, Gene Hughes. $47, 71, and 02. That's the way they finish 1, 2, and 3. And winning tonight's 6th and final Street Stock Heat. Put your hands together for the 47 of Gene Hughes. So 47, Gene Hughes picks up tonight's 6th and final Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. Gene from Mentone is sponsored by Nelson's Beverage in Warsaw, as well as Triple K Graphics, Krause's Body Shop and Towing in Warsaw, Advanced Auto Parts down there on North Detroit Street, Burgess Motorsports of Mentone, Sullivan Family, and Snap-on Tools of Kenosha, Wisconsin. All sponsor the 47 of the Bulldog, Gene Hughes. All right, here's your lineup for tonight's Dayton Daytona Fast Mini Stock Heat. On the pole, number 1 is Keith Gunkel. To his right, to 64 of Don the Dragon Vitale. Second row, 13, that's Squidward Michael Landry. To his right, to number 6 of Dave Coleman. Third row inside, your points leader in the Dayton Daytona Mini Stocks, the 83 of the Stickman Tim Barrick. On the outside of row 3, last week's feature winner, number 9, Gentleman Jim Engelmeyer. And the last row inside from Bremen, number 1, Craig Castle. And fast qualifier, number 8, Jamison Korn. 8 cars going 8 laps in tonight's Dayton Daytona Mini Stock Fast Heat. Eight cars going 8 laps in tonight's fast Dayton Daytona Mini Stock Heat. Is Mighty Mike Powers will put them on our final pace lap. This time by. Fast qualifier on the day, the number 8 of Jamison Korn. Watch them as they bring him up to speed out of turn 4. Mighty Mike Powers gives them the green light. They're off and racing for 8 laps. Our fast Dayton Daytona Mini Stock, 4 cylinders, off and racing. Number 1, Keith Gunkel out in front. 13, Michael Landry trying to move up behind him and get around on the inside as they complete lap number 1, this time by. Squidward squirting his way to the inside of the number 1 of Keith Gunkel. He's going to battle for that lead down the Billboard backstretch. And 13, Michael Landry. Squidward's out in front. Keith Gunkel running there in second. 83, the stickman Tim Barrick slid his way to third already as we complete lap 2. There is Craig Castle, car number 1. He started on the inside the 4th row. He's currently running 4th, looking to make his way move up front. Number 8, Jamison Korn on the inside, running in 5th as they complete lap 3. They're going to have 5 more to go this time by. And Squidward, car number 13, Michael Landry, running out in front. Here comes Craig Castle on the inside. Number 1 of Craig Castle trying to get on the black number 1 of Keith Gunkel for second at the halfway point. 4 in and 4 to go. Now the stickman, 83, Tim Barrick, your points leader, works the outside groove. But here comes Jamison Korn, last Saturday night's feature winner. Jamison Korn looking to make his way to the front. Fast qualifier, number 8, Jamison Korn. "13, Michael Landry running out in front. Number 1, Craig Castle and Jamison Korn and Gentleman Jim Engelmeyer, last week's feature winner, run it there in 4th with 6 down and 2 to go. Craig Castle working the outside. That number 1 of Craig Castle doing everything he can to get in front. They'll settle it on the final lap as the white flag will fly. They got 1 more to go this time by. Craig Castle working hard on the outside groove. 13, Michael Landry on the inside. They're side by side, wheel to wheel, going into 3 and 4. Keep your eyes on them at the start-finish line. Checkered flag will wave for number 13, Michael Landry. 13, 1, and 8. That's the way they finish 1, 2, and 3. Number 8, Jamison Korn, had to settle for 3rd. Craig Castle just behind the 13, had to settle for 2nd. And winning tonight's fast Dayton Daytona Mini Stock Heat. Put your hands together for the 13 of Michael Landry. Squidward, number 13, Michael Landry from Goshen, is sponsored by New Paris Auto Service here in New Paris and Creation Graphics. All sponsors, the 13 of Michael Landry, picking up tonight's fast Dayton Daytona Mini Stock Heat. Here is the lineup for your second Mini Stock Heat on the pole. Car number 27, that's Michael Mass. To his right from White Pigeon, the UPS number 88 of DJ Dave Eckert. Second row inside, car number 96 out of Elkhart. That is the 96 of Andy Kindig. On the outside of the second row, the 26 of Dave Engelmeyer. Third row inside, car number 05. That is Ben McCullum. To To his right in row 3, the 25 of Tim Kidder. And fourth row, inside, number 5, Merle Yoder. And to his right, the 12 of Brian Allen from Cromwell, Indiana. We got 8 cars going 8 laps in our second Dayton-Daytona Mini Stock Heat. They'll be bringing them up to speed as they come out of turn 4, and Mighty Mike turns them loose. 27 Michael Mast on the inside of DJ Dave Eckert, the 88 machine. Front row staying right there. 96 Andy Kindig trying to slide on the inside there for that second place spot as they complete lap number 1. DJ Dave Eckert. 96 Andy Kindig got a little wheel caught on the 88 and it threw him out of line. He's fallen off and headed for the pits on lap 2. Look out, 05 Ben McCullum around over there in turn 4. We're still under green flag racing. 27 Michael Mast out in front. 88 Dave Eckert running second. Now 12 Brian Allen finds himself in third, trying to reel in the front 2 as we clock in lap number 2. Halfway mark will come out this time. We're going to have 4 down and 4 to go. Up front, it's 27 Michael Mast and the 88 of Dave Eckert. DJ Dave Eckert, car number 88, hounding the backside of that 27 of Michael Mast machine as they complete lap 5. They got 3 more to go this time by. 88 Dave Eckert right on that rear bumper. All the way around the racing surface. 88 trying to lean heavy on him, trying to get him loose. Trying to go one way or the other. They got 6 down, 2 to go this time in tonight's second mini stock heat. With those 2 battling bumper to bumper, here comes the 12 of Brian Allen up now to challenge with a lap and a half remaining in tonight's second mini stock heat. Keep your eye on the 12 as he has really moved up to challenge these guys with 1 more to go. It's still anybody's race. 27 Michael Mast in front of the 88 of Dave Eckert. The 12 of Brian Allen now going to challenge the outside. Watch him at the line. Checkered flag flies for 27 Michael Mast. Wow, and for those of you scoring at home, and those of you right here trackside, it was 27, 88, and 12. Number 12, Brian Allen had to settle for third. 88, Dave Eckert came across second. And winning tonight's second Dayton-Daytona Mini Stock Heat. Put your hands together for the 27. This is Michael Mast. Michael Mast out of Goshen picks up tonight's second mini stock heat. Lineup for tonight's fourth mini stock heat. Actually the third. On the pole, car number 37, that is Shannon Buck from Akron. To his right to 29 of Paul Mishler Jr. Second row inside from Elkhart, that 41 of the Fireball, Josh Dunn. To his right to number 5 of Lenny Davis. Third row inside, car number 24. That's Bumpin' Bob Huffman. To his right, the 05 of Jerry West from Mishawaka. Fourth row inside, we've got the 88 of Jim Newman from South Bend. And to his right, the 14 of Kevin Grubb. 8 cars, 8 laps. Our third mini stock heat about to begin as Mighty Mike gives him the green. 31, Shannon Buck trying to hold on, but we got a 3-car battle for that lead as Fireball Josh Dunn stuck his nose underneath. Now a 3-car battle for second. As they come out of turn 4, we're going to have 1 in and 7 to go. 37, Shannon Buck. Now here comes Kevin Grubb. Grubby has slid his way to second after starting at the back of the pack on lap number 2. 14, Kevin Grubb got his sights set on that lead as they complete lap 2 this time by. Kevin Grubb, car number 14, trying to get his way on the inside of the 37 of Shannon Buck, and Shannon slammed the door shut. So 3 down, 5 to go this time around. Bumping Bob Huffman running there in third. 88 Jim Newman from South Bend in fourth. Battling up front, side by side, wheel to wheel at the halfway point. 4 in and 4 to go. Your new leader is going to be the 14 of Kevin Grubb. 24 bumping Bob Huffman now runs up there in second. Here comes Jim Newman in 88 up to third as they all slide on the inside of Shannon Buck. Newman now looks to the outside in car number 88. He wants to move forward. They got 5 down and 3 more left in tonight's third mini stock heat. 88 Jim Newman wasn't able to do it on that last lap, trying to get another run on him. But time's running out. They got 6 in and 2 to go this time by. Front 3 still unchanged. 88 Jim Newman trying to get to the outside of the 24, bumping Bob Huffman, but nothing to do with it with the white flag flying. Bumping Bob stays on the inside. 88 Jim Newman stays on the outside. That's the battle for second as they all try to catch and won't be able to do it. Your winner of our third mini stock heat will be the 14 of Kevin Grubb. 14, 24, 88. That's the way they finished 1, 2, and 3. 88 Jim Newman had to settle for third just by a bumper as he falls short to your second place finisher, the 24 bumping Bob Huffman. And winning tonight's third mini stock heat as he rolls up here to get the checkered flag. Put your hands together for the 14 of Kevin Grubb. Kevin Grubb from North Webster, car number 14 mini stock, sponsored by Tranter Graphics and BC Tile Company. So number 14, Kevin Grubb, picks up our third mini stock heat. 2 more mini stock heats to go before our late model B feature. All right, race fans, on our track now, getting ready to start the 4th mini stock heat. And mini stock heat number 5 is on deck. Late model B feature drivers, you're in the hole. Late model B feature drivers, you're in the hole. We've got this one and 1 more mini stock heat left before we bring out a 15-lap late model B feature. Here's your lineup for our 4th mini stock heat. On the pole, car number 15 out of South Bend. That's Howie Facette Jr. To his right, the 18 of Donnie Kaufman. Second row, the 78 of Mark Lehman. And the 8 from South Bend of Tricia Smith. Third row, we got the number 10 of Howard Randolph and the 57 of Michael Akins, out for the first time in 2006. Fourth row inside, you got the 8 junior of George Flying Flowers. To his right, the 31 of Ben Miller. And at the back of the pack, car number 20, that is Josh Smith. 9 cars, 8 laps, our 4th mini stock heat about to begin. Mighty Mike Powers will be looking him over. He likes what he sees. He gives him the green. They're off and racing for 8 laps in our 4th mini stock heat. Number 18, Donnie Kaufman, working on the outside groove, takes the early lead. Here comes Howard Randolph and Tricia Smith getting around the number 15 of Howie Facette. He falls back to 4th just like that as they split the difference on him in turn 3. And as they complete lap 1, number 18, Donnie Kaufman is your leader, but number 10, Howard Randolph, trying to push it forward. So is the 8 of Tricia Smith in that Dale Earnhardt Jr. lookalike machine. And Howard Randolph in the number 10 takes the front spot on lap number 2. Howard Randolph in the number 10 out in front. 8 junior. George Flying Flowers now has flew his way to second. Number 18, Donnie Kaufman, back to third as they complete lap 3. Number 20, Josh Smith, who started at the tail end of the pack's now up to third as they come out of turn 2 and down the billboard backstretch. Josh Smith is working his way forward. Halfway mark comes out. They got 4 in, 4 left. Number 10, Howard Randolph out in front. Brings him around, 5 down, 3 to go. Howie Facette Jr. at 15 exited that ramp pretty quick back over there. My goodness, he was speeding going off our exit ramp. Number 10, Howard Randolph brings him around, 6 down, 2 more to go. One more to go for Howard Randolph in car number 10. Checkered flag waves for number 10, Howard Randolph. 20, Josh Smith. And the 8 junior of George Flowers brings home third. 10, 20, and 8. And actually, number 10, Howard Randolph, he was really moving. He was moving too fast. He was over his qualifying time. So your winner will be the 20 of Josh Smith. We'll have the facts and figures on number 10, Howard Randolph, in just a minute. Congratulations to your winner, winning from the back of the field. Put your hands together for the 20 of Josh Smith. 8 junior George Flying Flowers then will finish second. And 31, Ben Miller brings home third. Here's your lineup for our 5th and final mini stock heat on the pole car number 92. Out here for the first time, that is Ryan Yarich. To his right, number 14, June Kaiser. Second row inside, car number 85, that is Hot Rod Rodney Archer. To his right, the 23 of Doug Miller. Third row inside, car number 29, that's Phil Moore. To his right is Meatloaf, number 25, Jason Stafford. Fourth row inside, car number 22, Bouncin' Bob Johnson out of Warsaw. To his right, the 59 of Terry West out of Mishawaka. And at the back of the pack, car number 5 is Leapin' Lee Atkins. 9 cars going 8 laps in our 5th and final mini stock heat. 9 cars going 8 laps in our 5th and final mini stock heat. Watch them now as they come out of turn 4. Mighty Mike Powers likes what he sees. He gives them the green light. They're off and racing. (14) June Kaiser turning right over there in turn 2. Your leader is the number 92 of Ryan Yarich out in front. 85 Rodney Archer running second. 22 Bouncing Bob Johnson moving up there, now falls back to 4th. 29 Philip Moore's up to 3rd as we complete lap 2. (92) Ryan Yarich doing a good job up front. 85 Rodney Archer running second. 29 Phil Moore there in third. Leaping Lee Atkins, a puff of smoke out of the back of his car. He's smoking heavily, he's slowing up. He's headed for the pits. He knows there's something wrong with his machine. 92 Ryan Yarich out in front. Halfway mark will come out this next time by. 4 down, 4 more to go for 92 Ryan Yarich. Your leader's not your leader any longer. Ryan Yarich, number 92, way over his qualifying time. We'll have the facts and figures on him in a little bit. 85 Rodney Archer is your new leader. 22 Bouncing Bob Johnson running second. 25 Jason Stafford there in third. 85 Rodney Archer is your leader with 6 down and 2 to go. 92 Ryan Yarich, way over his time. '85 Rodney Archer, something happened to him. He falls to the infield. 22 Bouncing Bob Johnson and Jason Stafford now battling for the lead as the white flag will fly. They got 1 more to go. Bouncing Bob in front of Meatloaf. Bouncing Bob and Meatloaf Jason Stafford running in second. 59 Terry West there in third, I think. Checkered flag will fly this time for the 22 of Bouncing Bob Johnson, 25 Jason Stafford, and 92 Ryan Yarich will finish third. 59 Terry West spun out on the final lap.
While supplies last, see store for details.
22 is your winner. Put your hands together for the 22 out here for the first time. His name is Bouncing Bob Johnson. 25 Jason Stafford came across second, and the 92 of Ryan Yarich, who had to go to the tail end of the pack and bring it back, finished up third. Facts and figures on the 92 of Ryan Yarich, who was leading that race early. He really had his foot in it. He qualified in today with a 21.83. We clocked him in traffic with a 19.12 and a 19.04. He was 2 seconds over his qualifying time, had to relinquish his lead to your winner, 22, Bouncing Bob Johnson. And here's the lineup of our 15-lap Hoosier Tire Late Model B feature. On the pole, car number 3, that's John Looney Jr. To his right, the number 84, Super Dave Watson. Second row on the inside, car number 2 is Kurt Gunkel. To his right in row 2, the 21 of Heath Roberts. Third row, number 11, Tim the Toolman Taylor. And to his right, to 99 of Curtis Holt. And at the back of the pack, car number 11, that's Ed Smith. 7 cars getting ready to go 15 laps in our Hoosier Tire Late Model B feature. All right, Mighty Mike Power is going to put them on their final pace lap pretty soon, I hope. All right, race fans, we've got 7 cars going 15 laps in our Hoosier Tire Late Model B feature. Street Stock B feature's on deck. Watch these guys. They bring them up to speed out of turn 4. Mighty Mike Powers is going to turn them loose. They're going racing for 15 laps nonstop in our Late Model B feature. And number 2, Kurt Gunkel takes the early lead. Number 2, Kurt Gunkel up in front. Oh, we got sheet metal coming off of somebody in turn 3. Caution flag will come out. We got sheet metal laying over there in turn 3. Something came off. So a caution flag had to come out. It looks like a rail come off the 21 of Heath Roberts' machine, or what it looks like. Thought he was going to pull the trigger on him and see if they were watching him or not. All right, next time by, we're going green flag racing, 15 lap. In tonight's Hoosier Tire Late Model B feature. Mighty Mike turns them loose. They're off in racing 3 wide going into turn 1. It's like they don't know they got 15 to go. Look out in turn 2. Everybody around. Caution flag comes out. Single file formation restart will be coming up in pretty soon if they don't settle it down. Single file formation restart. Since they can't seem to get it side by side, it'll be a single file formation start. Third time's a charm. Watch them as they come out of turn 4. Mighty Mike says, come on guys, bring it up to speed. He's going to give them the green or off and racing. Number 3, John Looney Jr., the pole setter, out in front. Here comes Kurt Gunkel by him. 99 Curtis Holt goes past. So does the 11 of Tim the Toolman Taylor. John Looney Jr. falls back to 4th on the very first lap of tonight's Late Model B feature. Number 2, Kurt Gunkel up in front. Number 99, Curtis Holt running 2nd. The 11 of Tim the Toolman Taylor there in the hunt. 2 down, 13 to go, this time by. Number 2, Kurt Gunkel. Out in front of 99 Curtis Holt and 11 of Tim the Toolman Taylor. That's your front 3. 3 down, 12 to go. Now Tim the Toolman Taylor trying to figure out some way to get up to 2nd. In that red number 11, they're going to have 4 in, 11 to go. 3-car battle there in turns 1 and 2. Between the number 2 of Kurt Gunkel, 99 running in 2nd. And 11, Tim the Toolman Taylor works the outside groove, trying to move up. 5 down, 10 to go this time by. Battle up front. Kurt Gunkel trying to hang on. Tim the Toolman Taylor on the outside. Still running in 2nd as they complete lap 6. Tim the Toolman Taylor on the outside groove trying to make his move at the halfway point. 7 in, 8 to go. This time by, your new leader is number 11. Tim the Toolman Taylor in the red number 11 up in front. Kurt Gunkel in number 2, back to 2nd. 99 Curtis Holt right there in 3rd. 8 down, 7 to go. This time by. 99 Curtis Holt working the outside groove, trying to move to 2nd. As they complete lap 9, they got 6 more to go. Number 2 Kurt Gunkel trying to hang on to 2nd. But Tim the Toolman Taylor, look out, number 11 Ed Smith around down here in turn 1 as our leaders go in there. Caution flag comes out for the purple number 11 of Ed Smith, and he's up in smoke, got water in turn 1. Because of number 11, Ed Smith. Your leader's 11 of Tim the Toolman Taylor. Number 2, Kurt Gunkel running 2nd, 99. They're in 3rd on the restart, Curtis Holt. Then 84, Super Dave Watson right there in 4th. And number 3, John Looney Jr. to restart in 5th. They got 6 to go as they bring them up to speed out of turn 4. Mighty Mike Powers going to turn them loose. 10 down, 5 to go this time. Everybody's still in their same positions. Number 11, Tim the Toolman Taylor leads them around lap 11, 4 more left. In tonight's late model B feature. Number 2, Kurt Gunkel, second. 99, Curtis Holt. Right now, they got 12 down, 3 to go this time by. That's the way they're looking right now. They may finish that way. Two laps to go in tonight's late model B feature. Tim the Toolman Taylor in front of the 2 of Kurt Gunkel and the 99 of Curtis Holt. Checkered flag now waves for number 11, Tim the Toolman Taylor. That's the way they're going to finish. 1, 2, and 3. It was 11, 2, and 99. 99 Curtis Holt came across third. Number 2 Kurt Gunkel was second. And winning tonight's late model B feature as he rolls up here to get the checkered flag. And of course, the Reed's Hoosier Horsepower and Goshen Collision Center special sponsored trophies. We want to put our hands together for the number 11 out of Kimmel, Indiana. Let's hear it for Tim, the Toolman Taylor. Tim the Toolman Taylor out of Kimmel, Indiana, sponsored by SCS Environmental Services of Fort Wayne, Advanced Auto there in Goshen, and KC Racing. All sponsors number 11, Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Is the first and only stop smoking gum
that bursts with cool fruit flavor. And when you buy Nicorette Fruit Chill,
you can log on to fruitchillmillion.com, a resource with tools to help you quit smoking.
And one person will even win $1 million.
On the pole, car number 66 is Dandy Randy Niles. To his right, from Fort Wayne at 25 is Sheldon Lindlag. Second row on the inside. Scheduled there, the 39 of John Healy Jr. To his right in row 2, the 45 of Kevin Ray. Third row, we've got the 13 of Mike Miller Jr. and the 62 of Ed Click. Fourth row, the 2 of Sam Hirschberger and the 121 of Sparky Mark Miller. In the fifth row, you got the 18 of Rumblin' Billy Rumbaugh and the 23 of Don Harrison. Sixth row, the 32 of Jack Pontius Jr. and the 50 of Charlie Cotton. Seventh row, the 16 of Tom Smith and the 24 of David Jordan. Ninth row, the 29 of John Wheeler Jr. and the 00 of Gary Wiles. And in row 10, car number 78, Don Click, and 67, Mike Robinson.
I'm Nina Blackwood, and we will be back again right here.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 cars. Starting tonight's 20-lap Michiana Tire Street Stock B feature.
You can get it to us toll-free at 866-80s, which is 866-344-4843, or reach us online at ninablackwood.com by clicking on the request line. Absolutely, it is this research.
So 39 John Healy Jr. and 32 Jack Pontius Jr. not making the start of tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock B feature. So we'll have a 16-car starting field to go 20 laps. We'll be going on the air immediately following tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock B feature. Dandy Randy Niles, car number 66 out of Syracuse, your pole setter with the 25 of Sheldon Lindlag. That's your front row. They'll be bringing them up to speed as they come out of turn 4. Mighty Mike looks them over. He gives them the green light. They're off and racing. Front row still side by side, wheel to wheel as they come out of turn 4. 66, Randy Niles and Sheldon Lindlag working side by side. And Sheldon Lindlag falls back a little bit. Dandy Randy Niles out to the front spot. Mike Miller Jr. in the 13 down on the inside trying to make his way to the front as they complete lap number 2. 45, Kevin Ray stays on the inside groove. The outside groove kind of falling back a little bit now, trying to work their way back up front as they complete lap 3. '66 Dandy Randy Niles in front of the 25 of Sheldon Lindlag. Mike Miller Jr. and 62 Eddie Click at your front 4 as they complete lap 4, this time by. '45 Kevin Ray running there in 5th in front of the 121 of Mark Miller. 50 Charlie Cotton now working his way forward as they complete lap 5. 5 down, 15 to go, this time by. Hurricane Charlie Cotton trying to work up there. Six laps in this time around. Black flag coming out. Black flag coming out for somebody, not sure who it was. I think it was a 25 of Sheldon Lindlag. 62 Ed Click thought it was for him. He's slowing up, headed for the pits. Black flag coming out again for the 25 of Sheldon Lindlag on lap number 8. Now he realizes it's for him and he slows up. Tough break for Eddie Click. He thought it was for him as well, I think, and dropped out on lap number 8. '25 Sheldon Lindlag didn't exit though, he just fell back. 10 down, 10 to go this time around. Caution flag will come out. 10 down, 10 to go. Caution comes out for 25 Sheldon Lindlag, who's being asked to leave the racing surface. That's what a black flag means, and he thought he must have been over his time or something. Mighty Mike Powers gives them the green. They're back to racing with 11 laps to go in tonight's Street Stock B feature. Number 50, Charlie Cotton working on the outside. Halfway mark will be coming out this time. 10 down, 10 to go. Your new leaders, the 50 of Hurricane Charlie Cotton. Charlie Cotton out in front. He's had 3 B feature wins so far this year, 1 A feature win. He's out in front with 9 to go right now to pick up B feature win number 4 on the season. Hurricane Charlie Cotton out in front. 66 Dandy Randy Niles running second. 13 Mike Miller Jr.'s in third. 45 Kevin Ray there in fourth, and the 121 of Mark Miller rounds out the top 5 with 8 laps left. Next time by, we'll have 15 down, 5 to go in our Michiana Tire Street Stock Mid-Season Championship B feature. As Mighty Mike Powers gives them the 5-lap signal this time. Hurricane Charlie Cotton out in front. 66 Randy Niles running second. 121 Mark Miller now up there to third. He's trying to close in, but time's running out. 16 down, 4 to go this time around. Three laps to go this time by for Hurricane Charlie Cotton as a black flag will come out for 23, Donnie Harrison. With 3 laps to go, Donnie Harrison being asked to leave the track. He's got some problems, I guess. 18 down, 2 more to go for number 50, Hurricane Charlie Cotton. 66, Randy Niles and Mark Miller in the 121 running in third. 18, Rumblin' Billy Rumbaugh's up to 4th. 13, Mike Miller Jr. in 5th with 1 more lap to go this time by. Checkered flag will wave for the 4th time this season for number 50, Hurricane Charlie Cotton. '50, 66, and 121. That's the way they finished 1, 2, and 3. The 121 of Sparky Mark Miller was 3rd. 66, Randy Niles had to settle for 2nd. Winning his 4th B feature win on the season. He's got 1A under his belt. Put your hands together for the 50 of Hurricane Charlie Cotton. Number 50, Hurricane Charlie Cotton out of Claypool, sponsored by CNC Race Cars and Fabrication, Blackford Law Offices in Warsaw, Holly's Auto Salvage in North Webster, Jenkins Automotive in their area Napa store in Milford, J&B Pallet Company there in Warsaw, Triple K Graphics in Minto, and Lisa Bailey and Desson Rink all sponsor number 50, Hurricane Charlie Cotton. And of course, Charlie Cotton will pick up the Goshen Collision Center and Reed's Hoosier Horsepower Street Stock B feature win tonight for our mid-season championship night of racing. The 75 lap Hoosier Tire late model features on deck, race fans, are coming up next.
Now let's go trackside at New Paris Speedway with the voice, Jerry Cannon.
Thank you, Bill. Good evening, race fans. It's Saturday night racing on your home for Saturday night racing, the New Paris Speedway on Hoosier 103.5 FM. And of course, race fans, we are very sorry for the delay. We were trying to get a couple other races completed before we bring out our Hoosier Tire late models. They're going to go 75 laps as we celebrate our spring blowout mid-season championship night of racing here at the New Paris Speedway. It's going to be worth the wait as our Hoosier Tire late models are on the track right now. They're going to test and tune and warm up the tires in preparation for this 75-lap mid-season championship night of racing, sponsored by Goshen Collision Center and Reed's Hoosier Horsepower out of Ligonier. They're sponsoring tonight's mid-season championship night of racing. We've got 18 cars on the racing surface, going to go 75 laps in tonight's Hoosier Tire late model feature. And I'll tell you, our Hoosier Tire late model points right now, Frankie Lyle Jr. did not make the call to duty tonight. He was involved in a 4-car crash last Saturday night. His car probably not ready to go back to racing, as he was our points leader coming into tonight's 75-lap mid-season championship late model feature. So that means Travis Laybaugh, car number 61 from Syracuse, currently second in the points, has a chance to take over that point spot after tonight's 75-lap feature. Josh Taylor, the 21X, third in points. Kenny Whitman's fourth in the point standings, and Corey Ryman rounding out the top 5, the rookie driver in car number 17 on a Napa knee, last year's mini stock track champion, is 5th in the points as we get ready to go racing 75 laps in tonight's Hoosier Tire late model feature. Fast qualifier on the day was the 61 of Travis Laybaugh with a 13.277. Here's your starting lineup for tonight's 75-lap Hoosier Tire late model feature. On the pole, car number 6 out of Niles, Michigan. He'll be driving that B&S Steel sponsored number 6. That's Bryce Schaefer on the outside of the front row. Welcome back to the New Paris Speedway from Bristol, Indiana, in the Pro Motor sponsored number 01. That is Tim Holmes. Second row on the inside, out of Elkhart, Renegade Racing, number 57 of Devin Heimbaugh, sponsored by Classic Transport. On the outside of row number 2, from North Liberty, he'll be driving the Liberty Sound and Electronics sponsored number 29. That's Mike Redant. Third row on the inside. Welcome back from Cromwell, Indiana. Late model number 55, the Bailey Trucking sponsored 55 of Justin Manson. On the outside of row number 3, from Silver Lake, in the Triple K Graphics, Goshen Collision Center sponsored number 5, that's Jason Isley. Row 4 on the inside, in car number 13. His ride is not healthy as he was involved in a big crash last Saturday night. Driving the number 13 Moose Miller machine this weekend is the 13 of Choo Choo Charlie Whitman out of Elkhart. On the outside of the 4th row, he'll be driving the 05 Land America Lawyers Title Company After Hours Family Salon sponsored number 05 from Milford. That is Racing Rex Word. 5th row on the inside, from Plymouth, he'll be driving the Liberty Sound Electronics sponsored number 22. That's Radical Rich Bowl. On the outside of row 5, from Bourbon, Indiana, in the Dan Service Center sponsored number 9, that is Dave Long. In row 6, from Calsopolis, Michigan, car number 17, the white 17 out there is Wild Bill Klotz. On the outside of row number 6, from South Bend, Indiana, driving the DavidStrimmyRacing.com sponsored number 53, that's Lou Strimmy. In row 7, in the number 40, from Elkhart, Indiana, he's got one A feature win. The very first late model feature on 2006 went to the number 40 of Little Donnie Klotz. To his right, in row 7, out of Ligonier, Indiana, driving the 21X, that's Jumpin' Josh Taylor. In row 8, on the inside, in the Whitman's Auto Sales, sponsored number 89 from Elkhart, Kenny Whitman. On the outside of row number 8, the rookie driver, 5th in the points from Napanee, the Performance Technology number 17 of Corey Ryman. And in the last row, on the inside, in the Jim Blunt's Auto Salvage sponsored Sweet 16, that's Bobby Blunt. And to his right, the fast qualifier on the day, second in the points, looking to take the points lead away, the 61 from Syracuse, the Extreme Racing Creation Graphics sponsored 61 of Travis Slaybaugh. 18 cars getting ready to go 75 laps in tonight's Hoosier Tire late model feature. And as they make their way out of turn 4, give your late model feature drivers a big send-off. Flick your bics, wave your hands, your hats, and your hankies, and say good luck, guys, and good racing. 18 cars going 75 laps in our spring blowout mid-season championship feature. The Hoosier Tire late models out here tonight, all on those Hoosier Tire slicks, about to go 75 laps. Last Saturday night in that 40-lapper, we started with 16 and ended up with about 8. So let's see how many finish out of this 18 starting field tonight. 61 Travis Slaybaugh, fast qualifier with a 13.277. He follows the field. 16 Bobby Blunt had a 13.279. He's back there as well. They'll be bringing him up to speed as they come out of turn 4 this time. Mighty Mike Powers is going to look him over. He gives him the green. They're off and racing for 75 laps. The sounds of the Hoosier Tire late models here at the new Paris Speedway as they head down the Billboard backstretch. Side-by-side racing up front between the 6 of Bryce Schaefer and the 01 of Tim Holmes, racing around to complete lap 1. Your leader is the number 6 of Bryce Schaefer, 01. Tim Holmes works the outside groove, side-by-side, wheel-to-wheel as they go into turns 3 and 4. Holmes, he wants the lead. He works well on the outside, takes the lead on lap number 2. Your new leader is 01, Tim Holmes. Number 6, Bryce Schaefer now back to second. 57, Devin Heimball's running in third. The 55 of Justin Matson's running up there in fourth. And Choo Choo Charlie Whitman, car number 13. That's your front 5 with 3 laps down and 72 to go. 13, Choo Choo Charlie Whitman and the Moose Miller sponsored machine had to catch a ride to 39 of Choo Choo Charlie. Sitting in the shop, all broken up back at the Elkhart Guaranteed Wheels sponsored number 39, kind of sitting on the hook right now. The 13 Choo Choo Charlie Whitman's up there at 5th. 22 Radical Ridge Bull is running in 6th as they sort it out. 17 Wild Bill Klotz works the outside there in 8th place. Number 9 Dave Long back there in 8th. Number 40 Little Donnie Klotz is running in 9th. 89 Kenny Whitman in 10th as they complete lap 6 this time by. 17 Corey Ryman, third quickest qualifier, now works the outside of the 16 of Bobby Blunt back there for that 11th position. Bobby Blunt just sort of setting in content, hanging tough there as they sort things out in the early going. 7 down, 68 to go. But they better watch the 0-1 of Tim Holmes. Tim Holmes out in front. He wants to make his way. First time out for 2006 in that Pro Motor sponsored machine. Stays out in front of the field as they head out of turn 2 working on lap number 9. 55 Justin Madsen now getting a challenge back there in fourth as the 17 of Wild Bill Klotz works the outside groove. Number 9 Dave Long right behind him, drafting on the outside groove. Here comes 13 Choo Choo Charlie, almost 3 wide in turn 3, and they backed off. The white 17 of Wild Bill Klotz now makes a clear pass. He's up to fourth as they complete lap 10. Still up front, the 0-1 of Tim Holmes. The 6 of Bryce Schaefer running second. 57 Devin Heimball there in third. 17 Wild Bill Klotz in fourth. Number 9 Dave Long now making a move on the outside group with 55 of Justin Madsen for that 5th place spot. They're working wheel to wheel as they come out of turn 2. Madsen back to 6 as the Dave Long number 9 machine moves up front. But 0-1 Tim Holmes, smoke coming out of the back of his machine. He is out in front, but he's smoking heavily and having some problems. I think he's going to blow a motor. 53 Lou Stremme is sideways down here off of turn 4. Caution flag's got to come out. Lou Stremme set and duck in turn 4. As the caution flag comes out, everybody tries to get around him. Whoa, they were slowing down enough to bring out a caution. Number 53 Lou Stremme setting in the wrong direction. I think part of it had to do with the brake check after the 0-1 of Tim Holmes started smoking heavily there on lap 12. So they're going to have to get things lined back up. Single file formation restart coming up. And we'll sort this out and see who our leader is right after we take this quick interview here. We're going to talk to a couple of our late model drivers earlier today. So let's set the field for you. Your leader is the 6 of Bryce Schaefer. 17 Bill Klotz runs second. 57 Devin Heimball is third on the restart. Dave Long in the 9 is fourth. 55 Justin Madsen sets there fifth. Then the 40 of Little Donnie Klotz is 6th, in front of Choo Choo Charlie Whitman at 13 and 7th. Then Corey Ryman, 22, Radical Rich Bull is 9th. Bobby Blunt's worked his way to 10th as they get set to go back to green flag racing as Mighty Mike turns them loose with 12 down and 63 to go. Back in 11th is the 89 of Kenny Whitman. 53 Lou Stremme restarts back there in 12th. 21X jumping Josh Taylor's 13th. The 5 of Jason Isley's 14th. 05 Racing Rex back there at 15th. 61 Travis Slayball 16th, and the 29 of Mike Redant back in 18th. We got action already in turn 1 as the 6 of Bryce Schaefer and the 57 of Devin Heimball get together and around into the mud puddle they go down there as another caution flag will come out for 6 Bryce Schaefer and 57 Devin Heimball. Boy, talk about some tough racing. These guys are racing tough. They got another lap in and another caution. I just hope they don't end up having some bad luck like they had last year, or last week, I should say, last Saturday night. These guys were having some tough times, and I had an opportunity to talk to a couple of the late model drivers. 13 down, 62 to go as Mighty Mike Powers now puts them on their final pace lap here at the new Paris Speedway on Hoosier 103.5 FM. We're into our spring blowout mid-season championship night of racing. 75-lap feature in our Hoosier Tire late models. We got a 75-lapper coming up in our Michiana Tire street stocks as they get ready to go back to green flag racing with 13 down, 62 to go. Dave Long in car number 9 brings him down the main straightaway, and Mighty Mike gives him the green. They're off and racing. And already 55 Justin Madsen spins out in turn 1. Brake check at the back of the pack. They are just going like crazy again tonight. 55 Justin Madsen brings out caution flag number 3. Wow. Before we could even get a half a lap in, another yellow comes out. So we got to line them back up. Single file formation again. 62 to go as our track safety truck and crew come down off at turn 2. It's number 9 Dave Long out in front of the 40 of Little Donnie Klotz running in second. 17 Corey Ryman's worked his way to third. The 13 of Choo Choo Charlie Whitman there in fourth. 22 Rich Bull restarts in fifth in front of the 16 of Bobby Blunt. He'll restart there at 6th. 89 Kenny Whitman in 7th. 53 Lou Stremme not too far back. He's running there in 8th. 21X jumping Josh Taylor's 9th on the restart. Then we've got the 05 of Racing Rex Wirt there in 10th. 61 Travis Slayball's 11th. The 17 of Bill Klotz in 12th. 29 Mike Redant. 57 Devin Heimball. The 6 of Bryce Schaefer. The 5 of Jason Isley. in the 55 of Justin Madsen. 17 cars out of the starting 88, or starting 18 still on the racing surface with 13 down and 62 to go. 22 Radical Rich Bull on the inside of the 13 of Choo Choo Charlie Whitman now moves to 4th as Whitman falls back to 5th. 16 Bobby Blunt's on the inside of him. Choo Choo Charlie Whitman racing in a modified late model regains that 6th place position. 16 Bobby Blunt on the inside in turn 3. Now Blunt up to 5th. Choo Choo Charlie Whitman back to 6th as they complete lap 15. 15 down and 60 to go in this 75 lap Hoosier Tire late model feature. Again, back out front, it's number 9, Dave Long, brings him around for lap 16. 40, Little Donnie Fox running second. 17, Corey Ryman there in third. 22, Rich Bull about to fall afraid at the 16 of Bobby Blunt. The Jim Blunt's Auto Salvage sponsored number 16's up to 4th as we complete lap 17 this time by. Switch to the Sweet 16 of Bobby Blunt. Last week's late model feature winner moving forward. Looks at the inside of the 17 of Corey Ryman in turn 1. Ryman moves over and lets Bobby Blunt go by. He knows he's a faster car and he goes to 3rd. Bobby Blunt, that number 16's got his sights set on the lead as we complete lap number 19 this time for 9 Dave Long and 40 Little Donnie Clott. Hood is up on the number 6 of Bryce Schaefer's car, so he takes it behind the pit wall. As we complete lap 20 for Dave Long, Little Donnie Klotz, 16 Bobby Blunt closing in. 17 Corey Ryman running 4th. Radical Rich Bull there in the 22 holding down 5th as we complete lap 21. Now, number 22, Rich Bull on the inside of Corey Ryman in turn 1. Rich Bull moving to 4th. Corey Ryman back to 5th. 89, Kenny Whitman right there all by himself in 6th. Loose Trimming the 53s running in 7th. 21X, Josh Taylor's there in 8th. Choo Choo Charlie Whitman is split back to 9th as they complete lap 22. 05 Briggs and Rex Works still in 10th. 61 Travis Slayball is running in 11th. 17 Bill Klotz is in 12th. 57 Devin Heimball 13th. 29 Mike Verdant is there at 14th. 55 Justin Madsen in 15th. And the 5 of Jason Isley. 16 cars out of the 18 that started with 24 down and 51 to go. Now Jason Isley, the number 5, breaking out of position. Looks like the number 5 of Jason Isley is headed for the pits on lap 25. They got 25 down and 50 to go as our leaders go into turns 1 and 2 here at the new Paris Speedway. Number 9, Dave Long, and the 40 of Little Donnie Klotz running 1 and 2 in front of the 16 of Bob Blunt. Look out, 55 Justin Madsen going around the slower 29 of Mike Verdant. He made it 3 wide, and that put 40 Donnie Klotz on the outside groove, but he came out of it okay. He's up to 2nd. Justin Madsen a lap down to our 2 leaders, Dave Long and Little Donnie Klotz. Now 16 Bobby Blunt's trying to work around him in turns 3 and 4 as they clock in lap 28. 28 down this time around. And 16 Bobby Blunt now works around the 55 of Justin Madsen as they head down the Billboard backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. 29 laps in. 29 in, 46 to go. Your leader is the number 9 of Dave Long, trying to stay out in front of the 40 of Little Donnie Klotz. He's got about a second lap lead as they clock in 30. 30 down, 45 to go for Dave Long. Little 40, Little Donnie Klotz. 16. Bobby Blunt running in 3rd. Now the 16, or the 21X, the jumping Josh Taylor falls into the infield as he's unable to continue as they clock in lap 31. Number 9, Dave Long, 40, Little Donnie Klotz, and the 16 of Bobby Blunt's already put a couple of cars a lap down as they complete lap 32. 55, Justin Madsen's a lap down as they continue around, coming out of turn 4. Number 9, Dave Long, he's got slower traffic up ahead in the form of 57, Devin Heimball, and the rest of the back of the pack. 40, Donnie Klotz running in 2nd. 16, Bobby Blunt there in 3rd. And this is where the leads can change in these type of races with 34 down for our 3 leaders crossing the stripe right in front of me right now. Number 9, Dave Long, looks to the outside. He's going to make his pass on the outside of 57 of Devin Heimbaugh. Little Donnie Klotz kind of following his lead. 16 Bobby Blunt right there behind him too, bumper to nose as they go into turn 1 with 35 down and 40 to go. Dave Long looks to the inside. Little Donnie Klotz going to follow in behind him on the inside. So does Bobby Blunt. Everybody's still the front 3 running the inside line. Now Dave Long looks to the outside of Devin Heimbaugh. And now number 40, Little Donnie Klotz says, maybe I ought to take the inside line. Long's on the outside. Dave Long's working on the outside of 57 of Devin Heimbaugh, going to try to put him a lap down on lap 37. Now Little Donnie Klotz on the inside of 57, Devin Heimbaugh almost 3 wide. Little Donnie backs off in turn 3. 38 down, 37 to go for our 3 leaders. Number 9, Dave Long. 16, Bobby Blunt on the outside of the 40 of Little Donnie Klotz, who's tied up behind the 57 of Devin Heimbaugh. Renegade Racing's 57, Devin Heimbaugh kind of down on the inside as our leader's supposed to pass on the outside. Little Donnie thought he'd take a chance on the inside. Now he's back on the inside of 16, Bobby Blunt for second. Little Donnie battling back to second place in front of the 16 of Bobby Blunt. Number 9, Dave Long will bring him out of turn 4. They're going to have 40 down and 35 to go this time by. What a good job of driving by Little Donnie Klotz, car number 40. Got his way back around the 57 of Devin Heimbaugh and was able to get on the inside of Bobby Blunt and regain that second place spot. They got 41 down and 34 left this time by. 17, Corey Ryman, slowing up over in turn 3. Leaders go by him and put him a lap down as they complete lap 42. Number 9, Dave Long, 40, Little Donnie Klotz, and the 16 of Bobby Blunt as Corey Ryman drops to the infield. Running in 4th as we look back is the 22, Radical Ridge Bull, about a half a lap behind our leaders. Then 53, Lou Strimmy's running in 5th. 89, Kenny Whitman's in 6th. 61, Travis Slayball's running in 7th. 05, Racing Rex Wirt is running in 8th, and there's only 8 cars on the same lead lap as Racing Rex is the last car on that longest line. This time around, they'll have 45 in and 30 to go for your front 3. Number 9, Dave Long, 40, Little Donnie, and the 16 of Bobby Blunt running there in 3rd. Looking on the inside as they come out of turn 2, not enough room. Donnie stays right in front of him. They're trying to work around the 05 of Racing Rex Wirt. Racing Rex running in 8th, doesn't want to go a lap down, but it looks like he's going to as they work the outside groove down the billboard backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. Number 9, Dave Long, your leader. Looks to the outside of Rex Wirt in car number 05. Little Donnie around in front of Bobby Blunt. Number 40, Little Donnie, tried to get around the 05, looked to the inside, looked back to the outside, looped it around in turn 1 all by himself. He'll bring out our 4th caution in tonight's Hoosier Tire late model feature. With 47 laps in, the caution flag comes out for number 40, Little Donnie Klotz. He was doing so well there running in 2nd before that yellow come out for him. Earlier today, I had a chance to talk with the guy that's out there running without fenders. In tonight's midseason championship late model feature, they're on the Hoosier tires with the slicks on them. They have been slip sliding away. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cars, and only 7 out of the 11 are actually on the same lead lap. Only 7 out of the 11 on the same lead lap. Number 40, Little Donnie Klotz, currently 7th, even though he has to start behind the 05 of Racing Rex. We've got 22, Rich Bowl, 55, Justin Madsen, 13, 22, Charlie Whitman, and the 57 of Devin Heimbaugh. They're at least 1 lap or more down with 47 in and 28 to go. 16, Bobby Blunt in that Sweet 16. Jim Blunt's Auto Salvage sponsored machine. He would love to win back-to-back features here at the new Paris Speedway. Let's see how it turns out. With 28 more to go, they'll be bringing them up to speed out of turn 4, and Mighty Mike Powers turns them loose as they go heading into turns 1 and 2. 16, Bobby Blunt on the inside of number 9, Dave Long. Dave Long finally gets out of his way. Number 16, Bobby Blunt, moves to the front on lap 48. 16, Bobby Blunt out in front of the 9 of Dave Long, who gave it a good ride. But we got caution. We got a caution flag coming out for 22, Radical Ridge Bull over there in turn 4. And number 40, Little Donnie Klotz, he went to the exits before the yellow flag came out on lap 48. So we've had 5 caution flags. Little Donnie Klotz, number 40, having to make the exit before the yellow came out. And 22 Radical Ridge Bull, something happened to him. He come to a dead stop over there in turn 4 and brought out caution flag number 5. Of course, Little Donnie Klotz comes back out. He is not a lap down because he went into the pits just before the caution came out on lap 48. So, of course, he'll be credited as running in 7th as we get ready to go back to green flag racing next time by. 16, Bobby Blunt brings him out of turn 4. Mighty Mike turns him loose. We're off and racing. 48 down, 27 to go. The Sweet 16, Jim Blunt's Auto Salvage sponsored number 16 of Bobby Blunt out in front. In front of the 9 of Dave Long. 53 Lou Strimmy was trying to look around to get around the 13 of Choo Choo Charlie Whitman and the 57 of Devin Heimball, but they slowed way up. Lou Strimmy decided, I'm going to stay in check and stay right here in 3rd for now as they complete lap 50. 50 down and 25 to go in this Hoosier Tire late model feature. 16, Bobby Blunt out in front now. He's stretching his lead away from the number 9 of Dave Long. I'll show you how far. There goes Bobby. There goes Dave right there. About a 2-second separation between the top 2 spots. Number 53, Lou Strimmy running in 3rd, trying to get around the lap. Number 13 of Choo Choo Charlie Whitman. 89, Kenny Whitman there in 4th. Working his way up, trying to catch up to Lou Strimmy as they clock in lap 52. 53, Lou Strimmy now working on the outside of the lap. Number 13 of Choo Choo Charlie Whitman on lap 53. And Choo Choo Charlie not wanting to give up that spot, not go a lap down to our 3rd place contender. 89, Kenny Whitman running in 4th. 61, Travis Slaybaugh back there in 5th. 05, Racing Rex Work there in 6th. And 40, Little Donnie Klotz running in 7th. And the Sweet 16 of Bobby Blunt will bring him around. 55 down, 20 more to go as he crosses the stripe and heads into turns 1 and 2. Number 9, Dave Long, about a quarter of a lap behind your leader as they complete lap 56. Nothing but daylight, smooth sailing ahead of the Sweet 16 of Bobby Blunt. That Jim Blunt's Auto Salvage sponsored machine staying out in front, would love to win 2 weeks in a row here at the new Paris Speedway. 53 Lou Strimmy now has cleared the 13 of Choo Choo Charlie Whitman. Still there in 3rd as they complete lap 57. Bobby Blunt in the 16 now. Clocks in lap 58 this time by, and he's closing in on the slower traffic. The lap 55, but Justin Matson's ahead of him as Bobby Blunt stays out in front of number 9, Dave Long. 53, Lou Strimmy running 3rd. The 40 of Little Donnie Klotz now up to 4th as he works the outside of the 89 of Kenny Whitman back to 5th. 61, Travis Slaybaugh running in 6th. And 05, Racing Rex Work now finds himself back there in 7th. And Bobby Blunt clocks in lap 60. 60 down and 15 to go. Number 9, Dave Long trying to catch him. Slower traffic up ahead of Bobby Blunt. The 55 of Justin Matson out here for the first time, back there at the very back of the pack. And Bobby Blunt's going to look to the outside as they go out of turns 1 and 2. And that'll help Dave Long a little bit as 16 Bobby Blunt works the outside groove trying to get around some of the lap traffic. Dave Long is able to maybe catch up a couple of car lengths or so. Bobby Blunt making a nice smooth line on the outside groove around the 89 of Kenny Whitman. Our 7th place car now goes a lap down to the 16 of Bobby Blunt as he clocks in lap 63. Only 6 cars remain on the lead lap. Bobby Blunt out in front in the number 16. Dave Long in the number 9 now having to make the pass around some of the lap traffic. He's looking to go to the outside of the 55 of Justin Matson on lap 64. Bobby Blunt out in front, trying to put the Sixth place, number 05 of Racing Rex work down a lap. Rex says no way. 65 down and 10 to go this time for the 16 of Bobby Blunt. Racing Rex trying to hold him off as they come out of turn 2 and down the Billboard backstretch. 05 Racing Rex work keeps that inside line. 16 Bobby Blunt works the outside. Bobby Blunt now trying to get around him in turns 1 and 2 as they complete lap 66 and work on 67. And now Rex Work falls to the 16 of Bobby Blunt. So now we only have 5 cars on the lead lap. And that includes the 16 of Bobby Blunt, the 9 of Dave Long, 53 Lou Strimmy running third, the 61 of Travis Slaybaugh running in fourth, the 40 of Little Donnie Klotz right there side by side with Travis Slaybaugh running in fifth. And, of course, Bobby Blunt, our leader, right behind him as they come out of turn 4. They're side-by-side racing there for 5th place with 69 in and 6 to go for the 16 of Bobby Blunt. Bobby Blunt now to 16 will get the 5-lap signal for Mighty Mike Powers. 70 down and 5 to go for the 16. The 9 of Dave Long running there in second. 53 Lou Strimmy's running in third. Number 40, Little Donnie Klotz has worked his way to fourth. 61, Travis Slayball's in fifth with 71 down and 4 to go. Those are the only 5 cars on the same lead lap, and Bobby Blunt's racing right behind our 5th place car, number 61, Travis Slayball. 72 down, 3 to go for the Sweet 16 of Bobby Blunt. Bobby Blunt looking into turns 3 and 4 on the outside. 57 Devin Heimball trying to maintain control with 2 laps to go. 40 Little Donnie Klotz works around him. Little Donnie running in fourth. The white flag will come out this next time for the Sweet 16 of Bobby Blunt. 1 more to go. For 16, Bobby Blunt about to pick up his 2nd feature in as many weeks and in as many showings here at the new Paris Speedway. Checkered flags will wave this time for the 16 of Bobby Blunt. Finishing 2nd, number 9, Dave Long. Finishing 3rd will be the 53 of Lou Strimmy. Number 40, Little Donnie, finishes 4th. And 61, Travis Slaybaugh, 5th. 05 Racing Rex Work will finish in 6th. 89, Kenny Whitman will clock in 7th unofficially. Now that's the way they're going to finish in tonight's Hoosier Tire Late Model 75 lap feature. Winning his 2nd feature in as many weeks and as many times out for 2006. A good job of driving by the number 16 of Bobby Blunt from La Paz, Indiana, in that Jim Blunt's Auto Salvage sponsored machine. And as he rolls up here to get the checkered flag, everybody put your hands together for the Sweet 16 of Bobby Blunt. Bobby Blunt, of course, will pick up our Goshen Collision Center, Reed's Hoosier Horsepower sponsored mid-season championship trophy, and Bobby will take the checkered flag around and make the 1-lap victory circle here at the new Paris Speedway. We'll get him up here in the winner's circle and talk to him here in just a few minutes, right here live at the hottest quarter-mile racetrack in the Midwest, the new Paris Speedway on Hoosier 103.5 FM.
Race day or any day, it's the right day to stop by the landmark Bar and Grill in New Paris. Open at 11 a.m. Monday through Saturday, you'll find great, tasty daily lunch specials and weekend entertainment. Throughout the race season, a chance to register for cool Budweiser prizes, too. After the races are over, stop in on the way home or before you go. Conveniently located 2 miles west of the Speedway on County Road 4.
as we get set to go racing 75 laps in our Michiana Tire Street Stock Mid-Season Championship feature. We'll go ahead and give you the starting lineup of tonight's Street Stock 75 lap feature here at the new Paris Speedway. On the pole, out of Elkhart, he'll be driving that Last Stop Auto sponsored number 68. That's Mark Vance Jr. On the outside of the front row. From Napanee in the Rapture Concession Trailer sponsored number 7, that's Tori Lutz. Second row on the inside, driving the number 6. The Butch Ryman machine is being driven this weekend again by Barry Lamb. On the outside of the second row, last year's Street Stock Track champion in the Pro Motor sponsored number 17, that's Bobby Schisler Jr. Third row inside, from Bristol in the Mike's Mouser sponsored number 63, that's Adam Severy. On the outside of row number 3, from Goshen in the Wyland Marine sponsored number 25, that is John Sabo. Fourth row on the inside, from Milford, driving the 20th Century Truck Stop sponsored number 52, that is Matt Sparks. On the outside of row number 4, from Warsaw in that BC Graphics sponsored number 5, that's Shepdog Jason Shepard. In row 5, from Elkhart in the Air Gas sponsored number 4-star car, Curtis Gray. On the outside of the row 5, from Claypool in the Advanced Auto Parts sponsored number 125, that's Frosty Scott Frost. Row 6, from Warsaw, he drives the Rookies Roofing sponsored number 74, that's Chris Helfrich. On the outside of row 6, in the Vortex Spray-On Bedliners number 3 from Goshen is Hot Rod Rodney Spencer. In row 7, in the Drive Smart Auto Superstore sponsored number 99 from Napanee, Mark Blessing. On the outside of row 7, in the Reed's Hoosier Horsepower sponsored number 12 from North Webster, Kevin Gunkel. In row 8, in the DavidStrimmy.com sponsored number 53, that is Lou Strimmy, our points leader in our Michiana Tire Street Stocks. On the outside of row 8, from Syracuse, the Extreme Racing Creation Graphics sponsored 61 of Jason Slaybaugh. In row 9, from Middlebury, Indiana, driving the Monteith Tire sponsored number 6, Dave Coleman. On the outside of row 9, in the Reed's Hoosier Horsepower sponsored number 38 out of Kimmel, that's Darrell Click. And in row 10, the top 2 qualifiers in our Michiana Tire Street Stocks, from Goshen in the Jenkins Automotive Napa Auto Parts sponsored number 15, Don Hunley. And on his right door, from Millersburg, the Reed's Hoosier Horsepower sponsored number 10 of Hollywood, Eric Kaiser. And a provisional starting 21st, car number 46, being driven tonight by Al Maurer, as he'll be driving that M&M Fabricators Goshen Collision Center sponsored number 46. Al Maurer starts at the tail in the 21st starting position. And as they make their way down through the main straightaway, race fans, give them a big send-off. Flick your bics, wave your hands, your hats, and your hankies, and say good luck, guys, and good racing. 21 cars going 75 laps in tonight's Michiana Tire Mid-Season Championship Street Stock feature. Mighty Mike Powers, our starter, up on the flag stand. I'll put them on their final pace lap this time by. We got 21 cars going 75 laps in our Spring Blowout Mid-Season Championship Street Stock feature coming up. This ought to be a good one. Points leader, Lou Strimmy, car number 53. He starts right there on the inside of row number 8. And of course, there's other drivers out there that are looking to make their way to the front as well. They want that points lead. Running second in the points, Darrell Click in that 38 machine. He's got a feature win under his belt this year in the A feature division. They'll bring him up to speed as they come out of turn 4. Mighty Mike Powers looks him over. He gives him the green. They're off and racing into turns 1 and 2 in our 75-lap Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. 68, Mark Vance Jr. out in front. Number 6, Barry Lamb right there running in second in early goings. With the 17 of Bobby Schisler Jr. now looking to the outside in turn 1. Trying to make a run to the front top spots. unable to do so far. Single file, that's the way they're looking in the front 6 spots as they come out of turn 4 to complete lap 2. It's 68 Mark Vance Jr., the 6 of Barry Lamb, the 17 of Bobby Sisler Jr., 63 Adam Severy moving up on the inside, the 25 of John Sabo for that 4th place spot in turn 3. Then from there on back, it's the 5 of Jason Shepard running there in 6. 7, Torrey Lutz has found his way back to 7. 52, Matt Sparks is in 8. 125, Scott Frost is working the outside for 9th. Then you got the 3 of Hot Rod Rodney Spencer. That's your front 10 as the fast cars are still at the back of the field trying to work forward as they complete lap number 4. 4 down and a whole bunch more to go here at the new Paris Speedway on our Saturday night mid-season championship night of racing. And we got a caution flag coming out. Looks like the 4-star car of Curtis Gray sitting over there in the wrong direction in turn 1. We'll be bringing out our first yellow. Didn't see what happened to him down there. I looked up, the yellow was already flying, and the yellow was flying for the number 4, I believe, of Curtis Gray down there at the same time that I looked up. We're under caution for the first time with 4 down and 71 to go in tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. Earlier today, let's set the field up front. 68 Mark Vance Jr. started on the pole. He's your lead car. Number 6, Barry Lamb right there, second on the restart in front of the 17 of Bobby Sisler Jr. 25, John Sabo restarts in 4th. 63, Adam Severy's in 5th. Then you got Jason Shepard there in the 5, running in 6th. The number 7 of Torrey Lutz is 7th. 125, Scott Frost is 8th. 52, Matt Sparks in 9th. The 3 of Rodney Sponsor starts 10th. 74, Chris Helfrich there in 11th. Right behind him, the 99 of Mark Blessings in 12th. Then 53 of Lou Strimmy back there in 13th. The 6 of Dave Coleman's 14th. 61 Jason Slayboss 15th. Don Hunley, Eric Kaiser, Kevin Gunkel, Daryl Click, and 4 Curtis Gray. 20 cars remaining on the racing surface with 4 in and 71 to go as Mighty Mike turns them loose. They're back to green flag racing here in our Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. Single file, that's the way they look as they come out of turn 4 to complete lap number 5. 5 down and 70 to go this time around. Back up front, 68 Mark Vance Jr. has the 17 of Bobby Sisler Jr. trying to get around him. The 6 of Barry Lamb now has fallen back to 3rd as we complete lap 6. 25 John Sabo right there in 4th. 63 Adam Severy running in 5th, looking to go to the inside of John Sabo for that 4th place spot as they go into turns 3 and 4. Number 5 Jason Shepard right there waiting in the wings in 6th as they complete lap 7. Then on back it's 7 Torrey Lutz still there in the 7th place spot. 125 Scott Frost. Single file running in 8th. Rodney Spencer in 9th. 53 Lou Strimmy's moving up on the outside of 52 Matt Sparks for that 10th place spot as they complete lap number 8 this time by. Or check that, that's 74 Chris Helfrich trying to move up there to that 9th place spot around the 52 of Matt Sparks. 9 down, a whole bunch more to go this time around. Your leader is still the 68 of Mark Vance Jr. He started out front. So far this year we've had 6 different street stock feature winners out of 7 nights of racing. I wonder if we'll have a repeat or if we'll have somebody new in the winner's circle again in the street stocks. So far, we've had 6 different ones. But with this 75-lap feature with 65 laps to go, it's still anybody's race. 68 Mark Vance Jr. would love to catch an A feature win. He's out in front with the 17 of Bob Sisler Jr. right on his bumper as they come out of turn 2 and head down the billboard backstretch. Number 6. Barry Lamb holding his spot right there in 3rd. Everybody single file down on the inside line as they come out of turn 4 through the main groove and into turns 1 and 2. Single file in the front 6 spots. Now number 3, Hot Rod Rodney Spencer's working the outside of the 125 of Scott Frost for that 7th place position as they complete lap 13. And Spencer with a half a car length in front of the 125 in turn 1. Will move to 7th as they go out of turn 2 down the billboard backstretch. Scott Frost back to 8th in the 125 machine. 14 down this time around. Our leader is still the 68 of Mark Vance Jr. 52, Matt Sparks got a little wiggle coming out of turn 2. First time he's been out for 2006. He's right there in the middle of the pack. As we complete lap 15, he's working his way backwards, though, as everybody's going around him. Back up front, the front 6 still single file as they complete lap 16. Mark Vance Jr., Bobby Schisler Jr., Barry Lamb, Adam Severy, and John Sabo. Your front 5 now. Barry Schisler down on the inside of the 68 of Mark Vance Jr. and Bobby Schisler Jr. Car number 17 takes the lead away on lap 17. Your first lead change on lap 17 from the 17 of Bobby Schisler Jr. Number 6, Barry Lamb now up to second. And there goes 25, John Sabo around in turn 2. He slides off the racing surface into the infield. So our second caution will come out in tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock feature, this time for the 25 of John Sabo. Well, we're going to have to get them lined back up. Single file formation restart with 17 laps in, 58 more to go in this 75-lap Michiana Tire Midseason Championship Street Stock feature. So while we're doing that and taking a brief time out from your home for Saturday night racing for the new Paris Speedway on Hoosier 103.5 FM. As he had some mechanical problems, couldn't keep up, I guess. Al Mauer has dropped out, and the number... Now, wait a minute. We got one coming back on the racing surface. It looks like he's rejoining us. Oh, the 25 of John Sabo temporarily went into the pits and came back out. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19 cars. We have lost 46 of Al Mauer, but I'm not quite sure who the second car is that we've lost. But we'll set the field as they get ready to go. Back to green flag racing with 17 down and 58 to go in this 75-lap Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. Single file is the way they look as they go into turns 1 and 2, all the way back to the top 15 spots. Now racing side by side over there. Number 7, Troy Lutz, and the 6 of Dave Coleman. Coleman on the inside, Lutz on the outside. And we got 68 Mark Vance Jr. pulling up. He's got something dragging underneath of his machine. He's going to be exiting the racing surface on lap number 19 as Mark Vance Jr. comes up lame in tonight's 75-lap Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. 17, Bobby Schisler Jr. back out in front. Number 6, Barry Lamb's running in second. 63, Adam Severy single file there in third. 125, Scott Frost is up to fourth with 20 down and 55 to go. Now number 5, Jason Shepard sees himself in fifth. 99, Mark Blessing trying to work up to sixth. Working the outside groove up there in seventh is the 74 of Chris Helfrich. Up in 8th right now, the 53 of Lou Strimmy. He's worked his way to 8th with 21 laps complete this time by. Back in 9th is the 6 of Dave Coleman. 52, Matt Sparks trying to hold on to 10th, but 61, Jason Slayball works the outside of him. 15, Don Hunley's running in 12th. 38, Darrell Flick there in 13th. Fast qualifier, Eric Kaiser back there in 14th. 12, Kevin Gunkel, 15th. The 7 of Corey Lutz is in 16th position. Rodney Spencer, and 25, John Sabo. Making it an 18-car field remaining out of the 21 that started. This time by our leader, number 17, Bobby Schisler Jr. will bring him around for lap 24. With Barry Lamb, Adam Severy, and 125, Scott Frost. The front 4 kind of separating themselves from the rest of the field. Jason Shepard in the number 5, the Shep Dog, running there in 5th. 53, Lou Strimmy's in 6th, and it looks like number 6, Dave Coleman's got some mechanical problems as he's slowing up. On lap 25, Dave Coleman into the infield under green. Tough break from the 6 of Dave Coleman as he drops out with 25 in and 50 to go. 17, Bobby Schisler Jr. is your leader. The 6 of Dave Coleman, or the 6 of Barry Lamb is running there in 2nd. 63, Adam Severy's 3rd. 125, Scott Frost is in 4th. Lou Strimmy in the 53 looks to the inside of the 5 of Jason Shepard for that 5th place spot. Shep Dog shut the door on him in turn 3, and Lou Strimmy maintains 6th place in front of the 74 of Chris Helfrich and the 99 of Mark Blessing. That's the next set of 4 cars, because Bob Schisler Jr. in the 17 brings the front 4 around for lap 28. The The second pack of 4 running right behind him, about 2.5 seconds behind the front 4 as we complete lap 28. Then the rest of the field right behind them. And Bob Schisler Jr., car number 17, last year's street stock track champion, out in front of this mid-season championship feature. 53, Lou Strimmy into the side of the 5 of Jason Shepard. The Shep dog did a great job at driving to maintain and stay out there. 53, Lou Strimmy was right into the side of him. And Jason Shepard did a great job of driving to keep it straight and keep it going as he falls back to 6 now as Lou Strimmy makes the pass on the outside on lap number 30. Strimmy up to 5th. And here comes Chris Helfrich in the 74 trading some paint with the Shep dog in turn 3, and around he goes in turn 4. Caution flag will come out for 74 and 5. I do believe the caution flag will come out for those two guys. 99 Mark Blessing had to hit the skids and slides up into turn 4 near the exit without hitting the wall. He wanted to go into the exit. So 99 Mark Blessing into the exit over there. Wow, what racing we've had. Jason Shepard getting tapped by 53 Lou Strimmy. And then, of course, he maintained control. And then 74 Chris Helfrich was into the side of the 5, and around the 5 went. 99 Mark Blessing hit the skids and went sliding into the exit. And everybody's A-OK, but we're going to... Earlier today was in 13th, 7 Torrey Lutz back there in 14th. Then you got the 99 of Mark Blessing in the 15th position in front of the 5 of Jason Shepard and the 74 of Chris Helfrich. Those drivers brought out the third yellow flag in tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock feature with 30 down and 45 to go in this 75 lap mid-season championship Street Stock feature. Number 17, Bobby Schisler Jr. will be bringing him up to speed. He's back on the accelerator as they come out of turn 4. Mighty Mike Powers looks him over. He gives him the green. They're off and racing into turns 1 and 2. Bobby Schisler Jr. stepping on the gas and pulling away from everybody. Number 6, Barry Lamb, unable to catch up. Unable to keep up on the restart, I should say. 63, Adam Severy running there in 3rd. Still right there, single file within the first 7 cars. Everybody still in the same positions now. Adam Severy on the inside of the 6 of Barry Lamb down there in turn 3, coming out of the Billboard backstretch. 63 Adam Severy now will move to 2nd on lap number 32. Number 6 Barry Lamb kind of got rooted up into the outside, and he's fallen off the pace. Number 99 Mark Blessing in that Drive Smart Auto Superstore sponsored machine is headed for the pits on lap 33. 33 down for 17, Bobby Schisler Jr., your leader. 63, Adam Severy now has worked his way to 2nd. 125, Scott Frost is up to 3rd. And Frosty's looking to make a move on the inside in turns 3 and 4. And the 125 of Scott Frost goes to 2nd. Adam Severy's up in the outside groove and losing some ground. Lou Strimmy in the 53's up to 4th now as he gets around the 6 as well. Barry Lamb in the outside groove is falling backwards. 15, Don Hunley's running in 5th as we complete lap 35. 35 down and 40 to go in this 75 lap Street Stock feature here at the new Paris Speedway on Hoosier 103.5 FM. Your voice, Jerry Cannon, setting trackside right here at the start-finish line as 17, Bob Schisler Jr. brings around for lap 36. 125, Scott Frost now running in 2nd. 53, Lou Strimmy there in 3rd. 63, Adam Severy's back to 4th. 15, Don Hunley's in 5th with 37 laps complete this time by. 38, Darrell Clicks worked his way up to 6th. Number 10, Eric Kaiser is running there in 7th. Rodney Spencer up to 8th. Barry Lamb fell back to 9th. And the battle from there on back between 12, Kevin Gunkel, and the 52 of Matt Sparks, and Kevin Gunkel moves to the outside groove for the 10th place spot in turn 2. Matt Sparks is right back there in 11th. 61, Jason Slayball running tough in 12th. Then you got 25, John Sabo there in 13th. Torrey Lutz in the 7 is back there in 14th. And the 5 of Jason Shepard in 15th. We started with 21. We've lost 6 as we clock in lap 40. 40 down and 35 to go. As 53, Lou Strimmy works the outside of the 125 of Scott Frost for that 2nd place spot. 53, Lou Strimmy Strimmy now moving up to second in turn 3. Lou Strimmy in car number 53 around the 125 has got his sights set on that 17 of Bobby Schisler Jr. They're working on lap 42 down the Billboard backstretch. And 17, Bob Schisler Jr. stays out in front. As Lou Strimmy, who's got one A-feature win under his belt this year, would love to make it a second win, be a double winner. Because right now we've had 6 different winners in 6 weeks. Bobby Schisler Jr. has failed to pick up a checkered flag yet in the street stock competition this year. He's still out in front with 43 down, 32 to go. But 53, Lou Strimmy, is hooked up on a rail, and he's trying to close the gap. He's bumper to nose as they come out of turn 4 to complete lap 44. Bobby Schisler Jr. trying to hold him at bay. Lou Strimmy now looks to the inside coming out of turn 2. Nope, he'll look to the back onto the outside down the Billboard backstretch. Lou Strimmy, your points leader in the Michiana Tire Street Stocks, wants that lead as they complete 45. He's got some work cut out for him, though, because 17, Bob Schisler Jr. maintains that low line and stays out in front. 125, Scott Frost, about a second and a half behind him, running in third. Would love to see these guys work side by side so he can get a little closer. 46 laps in, that time by for those 3 guys. 63, Adam Severy right there in 4th. 15, Don Hunley's running in 5th. 38, Darrell Click. There goes the number 10 of Hollywood, Eric Kaiser, around in turn 2. Ooh, and 25, John Sabo slams into the back of the 61. And then Sabo into the side of the 10 as the caution flag was coming out. And, of course, John Sabo hit the brakes and slid into the 10 of Hollywood Eric Kaiser there under caution. And so we got a mess over there in the backstretch as they come out of turn 2. Jason Slaybaugh, 61, looks like it's okay. Can't tell really that much from here. Number 10, Eric Kaiser, though, is rolling. So it looks like he'll be able to continue. But, boy, he got tapped and around he went. So our 4th caution coming out in our Michiana Tire Street Stock feature for the 10 of Hollywood Eric Kaiser, the 25 of John Sabo, and 61 Jason Slaybaugh after the fact. So we'll get them lined up in their proper positions and go back to green flag racing right after this timeout on your home for Saturday night racing from the new Paris Speedway on Hoosier 103.5 FM. See how Bobby Schisler can do with 53 Lou Strimmy. But Scott Frost in the 125 right there parking at the door right there in 3rd, and Scott Frost is yet to pick up a checkered flag in our street stock division. And then, of course, running in 4th and restarting there, the 15 of Don Hunley, 38 Darrell Click, up there to 5th on the restart. Eric Kaiser, of course, getting his spot back as Hot Rod Rodney Spencer tapped out. So Eric Kaiser will restart in 6th, our fast qualifier right there running along as we go back to green flag racing here at the new Paris Speedway in our Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. Number 12, Kevin Gunkel back there in 7th on the restart. Matt Sparks is running in 8th in his first night out. Number 5, Jason Shepard right there in 9th, and 7, Torrey Lutz tops out the top 10. We've got 13 cars out of the remaining on the track right now. Only 13 out of the starting 21. So we've lost 8 Michiana Tire Street Stocks in 47 laps. Single file formation in the front 6 spots, 7 spots actually, as 17 Bobby Schisler Jr. still holds the 53 of Lou Strimmy at bay as they clock in lap 49. 125 Scott Frost running 3rd, 15 Don Hunley there in 4th, 13 Darrell Click is in 5th, Eric Kaiser in the number 10 there in 6th, and 12 Kevin Gunkel rounds out the top 7 as they all work into turns 1 and 2. From there on back, it's 52 Matt Sparks running in 8th. The 5 of Jason Shepard's there in 9th, but it looks like the 17 of Bobby Schisler Jr.'s car is starting to smoke. He's really been working it with 51 down and 24 to go. His car is starting to smoke pretty heavily as the rest of the field follow him right down the Billboard backstretch. And, of course, 52 to go. This time by Bobby Schisler Jr. It looks like whatever it was smoking, it looks like it's a tire smoke on that rear left. Looks like tire smoke off the 17 of Bob Schisler's car, so he's still out there. Yes, it is tire smoke off that left rear. As he clocks in lap 53, he's really working the inside left rear, trying to hold a tight line through the corners here at the new Paris Speedway. 53, Lou Strimmy running there in second, but it is tire smoke as 17, Bob Schisler Jr. works a tight line on the inside, trying to hold people at bay. He's still out in front. As we come across this next time out of turn 4, we're going to have 55 down and 20 to go. Number 5, Jason Shepard out there, that number 5 machine, he's smoking heavily all the way around the track. So a black flag will be coming out for number 5, the Shep Dog, Jason Shepard. He knows he's hot under the collar, and he's going to be making an exit for the number 5 machine on lap 56 as Bobby Schisler brings him around. 56 down, 19 to go. That left rear tire smoking heavily as he tries to hold the inside line around here at the New Paris Speedway. He's doing a great job up front, trying to hold Lou Strimmy back in the 53 machine. If that tire will hold out, we got 57 down, I should say. Left rear tire really smoking heavily on the 17 of Bobby Schisler Jr.'s car. 53 Lou Strimmy trying to size him up, trying to figure out which way to get around him. I don't know if that tire's going to hold or not. Yeah, 53 Lou Strimmy looking to the outside. Looks like he's going to try to make a pass. Now he comes back to the inside. Now he goes back to the outside in turn 4. Bob Schisler Jr. smoking on the inside. Black flag comes out for 17 Bobby Schisler Jr. As it looks like it's more than just tire smoke now. It looks like something is really smoking out of the rear of the 17. He's getting a black flag. Our leader getting a black flag for smoking heavily. Your new leader on lap 60 will be the 53 of Lou Strimmy. As Bob Schisler Jr., his car is definitely overheating now. At this point, he'll go to the exit and a caution flag will come out. As I think we've got debris in turn 1 and 2. So our 5th yellow coming out, this time for some debris in turn 1. And a tough break for Bob Schisler Jr., car number 17. He was out in front. I thought it was just left rear tire smoke from it trying to hold tight into the corners. But it appears, from what our inspectors and our officials say, that 17 Bob Schisler Jr. was blowing some oil onto the track, and so he got the black flag as our leader. And on lap 60, your new leader is the 53 of Lou Strimmy. Alrighty then, back live at the hottest quarter-mile racetrack in the Midwest, the New Paris Speedway, where we've got some hot racing action tonight. Tough break for the 17 of Bobby Schisler Jr., who was out in front. Took over the lead on lap 17, led up until lap 60, and that's when he was smoking pretty heavily out of the rear of his machine, and it looked like it was something. First looked like tire smoke, and then it just developed into more smoke, and he was smoking all the way around the racetrack, and it looked like something coming out of the back of that machine. So he got black flagged, and our leader, of course, had to relinquish the lead to the 53 of Lou Strimmy. He's got 15 more laps to go to pick up his second feature win in 2006. Running in second, though, to give him a challenge right down there for the last 15 laps will be the 125 of Scott Frost. Then you got the 15 of Don Hunley restarting in third, in front of the 38 of Darrell Click. Number 10, Hollywood Eric Kaiser, fast qualifier, right there, fifth in the restart. Number 3, Hot Rod Rodney Spencer's worked his way up to 6 after starting at the tail on lap 46. Then you got the 12 of Kevin Gunkel back there in 7th on the restart. 52, Matt Sparks is still running in 8th. The 6 of Barry Lamb is out there. Then you got the 7 of Torrey Lutz and the 25 of John Sabo. With 60 down and 15 to go, we're about ready to wrap this one up with 15 laps remaining as Mighty Mike Powers puts them on our final base lap. Next time by, we're going to go green flag racing. 11 cars, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 cars. We started with 21. We've lost 10 at Michiana Tire Street Stocks in 5 cautions so far tonight. And they're coming out of turn 4. Lou Strimmy brings them out of there, and Mighty Mike turns them loose. We're back to green flag racing in our 75-lap Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. 125 Scott Frost and 53 Lou Strimmy. Single files that come out of turn 4 to complete lap 61. 15, Don Hunley right there setting in third. 38, Darrell Click trying to figure out a way to get to the top three. Hot Rod Rodney Spencer, he's been moving up. Keep your eye on the number 3. He is working the outside of the 10 of Hollywood Eric Kaiser for that 5th place spot on lap 62. Spencer restarted at the tail end of the pack on lap 47 after he tapped out for taking out the number 10 of Eric Kaiser on caution flag number 3. But he's working his way forward. He's really moving. As we complete lap 63, he's up to 5th now on the outside of the 38 of Darrell Click and the 10 of Eric Kaiser. But time's running out. They got 64 down and 11 left as Lou Strimmy stays right out in front by about a second in front of the rest of the field as they head down the billboard backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. Lou Strimmy will lead him around again. 65 down, 10 to go for the 53 of Lou Strimmy. He may be our first two-time feature winner in 2006 in the street stock division if he can stay out in front for 9 more laps. 66 down and 9 to go this time by. 125 Scott Frost still holding on to second. The 15 of Don Hunley right there in third. Darrell Click right in fourth. Eric Kaiser still there in 5th as the 3 of Rodney Spencer's on the outside groove in 6th, and the 12 of Kevin Gunkel. That's your front 7 with 8 laps left in tonight's Michiana Tire Mid-Season Championship Street Stock feature. Everybody staying in check. Lou Strimmy stretching his lead a little bit. Clocks in lap 68. Lou Strimmy from South Bend in that www.davidstrimmyracing.com sponsored machine brings him around for lap 69. He's also sponsored by Michiana Tire. Doing a great job there in that 53 points leader. Lou Strimmy will get the 5-lap signal next time by. He'll clock in lap 70. 70 laps down, 5 to go for the 53 of Lou Strimmy out of South Bend, Indiana. 125, Scott Frost running there in second. 15, Don Hunley still in third. 38, Darrell Click trying to hang on to fourth. And Hot Rod Rodney Spencer's working the outside to try to break up into the top 4 spots in that number 3 machine with 4 laps to go. Rodney Spencer working on the outside. That's the battle right now for fourth as they head down the billboard backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. 38 Darrell Click trying to hang on to that 4th place spot with 3 laps remaining in tonight's street stock feature. Spencer back to 5th. As Darrell Click now, Hot Rod Rodney Spencer looks like he's got something smoking. He's into the wall in the backstretch. Number 3, Rodney Spencer into the wall, trying to make his way to the exit ramp, but boy, he hit that wall hard. As he went out of turn 2, something turned him right into the wall over there. And our 6th yellow flag will come out with 72 laps complete in this Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. Tough break for Hot Rod Rodney Spencer. Car number 3, he hit the wall back there. He got the Darlington stripe, you should say, here at the new Paris Speedway. He's out of his car. He's A-OK, but they're checking the condition. I believe he'll probably have to have a wrecker and a hook as they roll the wrecker out to our billboard backstretch here at the new Paris Speedway. So they're going to put a hook on the number 3 of Rodney Spencer's machine. So we're under caution for the 6th time, and we'll wrap this one up right after this brief timeout on your home for Saturday night racing from the new Paris Speedway on Hoosier 103.5 FM.
When you can't get it to go, call for a tow.
125, Scott Frost running second. 15, Don Hunley there in third. 38, Darrell Click. Eric Kaiser. Kevin Gunkel. That's your front 6, Matt Sparks and Torrey Lutz. Rounds out the top 8. Torrey Lutz, of course, a rookie driver in the Michiana Tire Street Stocks. And that number 7 machine from Napanee back there at the back of the pack as we go back to green flag racing with 3 laps to go in this Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. 125 Scott Frost tried to get a run on the number 53 of Lou Strimmy, but I don't think it was enough. As Lou Strimmy stays out in front in turns 3 and 4. He'll come around this time. They'll have 73 down and 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go this time by for 53 Lou Strimmy. And 125 Scott Frost now a little run, a little tap and bump there on the back fender of the 53. white flag will fly this time. They got one more to go. Scott Frost, if he's going to do it, he's got to do it now. On this final lap, he's giving him a little bump and go again. 15 Don Hunley running there in third. But the checkered flag will come out for the second time in 2006 to the 53 street stock of Lou Strimmy. That's the way they're going to finish. It was 53 Lou Strimmy, 125 Scott Frost, 15 Don Hunley finishes third, 38 Darrell Click crossed the stripe fourth in front of the 10 of Eric Kaiser. He settles for fifth. The 12 of Kevin Gunkel finishes there in sixth, 52 Matt Sparks, and the 7 of Torrey Lutz. And as he comes in here to get the checkered flag, put your hands together for the 53 from South Bend. Your street stock points leader is Lou Strimmy. Lou Strimmy picking up his second street stock feature win in 2006. We'll get him up here in the winner's circle and have a few words with him right after this brief timeout on your home for Saturday night racing from the new Paris Speedway on Hoosier 103.5 FM.
Wait.
Back live at the hottest quarter-mile racetrack in the Midwest, the new Paris Speedway, as we get set to go 30 laps in our Dayton-Daytona mini-stock mid-season championship feature. And, of course, let's set the field for you on the pole. Number 5 from Goshen, Indiana. That is the Lucky Sports Bar and Grill sponsor, number 5 of Lenny Davis. On the outside of the front row, in the Masterscape Landscape and Design sponsored number 24 from Goshen is Bumpin' Bob Huffman. Second row on the inside, out of Mishawaka, in the American Pancake House, sponsored 05, that's Jerry West. On the outside of the second row, from South Bend, Indiana, the number 88 of Jim Newman. Third row inside, car number 27 from Goshen, Michael Mass. To his right in row 3, from White Pigeon, Michigan, the Indiana Electronics and Communications sponsored number 88 of DJ Dave Eckert. Fourth row inside, from Elkhart, driving car number 96, the Industrial Installations sponsored 96 of Andy Kindig. On the outside of their fourth row, in the number 26 machine from Wakarusa, Dave Engelmeyer. Fifth row inside in the Monhoot Farm sponsored number 05 from North Liberty is Ben McCullum. On the outside of row 5 in the Tim and Wendy Barrett Creation Graphics sponsored number 25 out of Elkhart, Tim Kidder. Sixth row on the inside in the Wildlife Wonders Taxidermy sponsored number 5 from Middlebury is Merle Yoder. On the outside of row 6 from Cromwell in the Protect Marine number 12, that's Brian Allen. In row 7, starting on the inside in that Lake Loop sponsored number 1 from Syracuse, Keith Gunkel. On the outside of row 7 in the Shipshawana, in the Industrial Installation sponsored number 64, that's Don the Dragon Vitale. In row 8, in the new Paris Auto Service sponsored number 13 from Goshen, that's Squidward Michael Landry. On the outside of row number 8, in the Monteith Tires sponsored number 6 out of Middlebury, Dave Coleman. Row 9, on the inside, our points leader in the Dayton-Daytona mini stocks, that's the Stickman driving the Victory by Design chassis sponsored number 83, Tim Barrick. On the outside of row 8. Picked up last week's mini stock feature, the number 9 of Gentleman Jim Engelmeyer. And in row 10 on the inside in the Brimtown Kitchen, sponsored number 1 from Bremen, that's Craig Castle. To his right in the Sweet Corn Express, the Landmark Bar and Grill sponsored number 8 of Jameson Corn from Leesburg. 20 cars getting ready to go in tonight's Daytona mini stock feature. And as they come out of turn 4, everybody give our mini stock drivers a big send-off. Flick your bics, wave your hands, your hats and your hankies, and say good luck, guys, and good racing. 20 cars going 30 laps in tonight's Dayton-Daytona mini stock feature. 20 cars in tonight's Dayton Daytona Mini Stock 30-lap mid-season championship feature. As Mighty Mike Powers on the flag stand, will put them on their final pace lap this time by. Our four-cylinder class, the Dayton Daytona Mini Stock's about ready to rock and roll. 10 rows side by side, 20 cars deep. Number 5, that's Lenny Davis, our pole setter, with Bumpin' Bob Huffman in car number 24, the front row. They'll be bringing them up to speed as they come out of turn 4. Mighty Mike Powers looks them over. He gives them the green. They're off and racing for 30 laps. Oh, and there they go. Number 64, Don Vitale, around down in turn 1. And that'll immediately bring out a caution flag as we've got one round in turn 1 in tonight's mini stock feature. Right now, a yellow flag comes out. And 64, Don the Dragon Vitale. Tough break for him as we'll have a complete restart coming up as soon as we can get them lined up in the right positions. So far this season, we're going to give it another shot here. We've got one caution flag in so far tonight, as we have a complete restart coming up in our Dayton Daytona Mini Stock 30-lap feature. One yellow flag out so far, that time for the 64 of Donnie the Dragon Vitale. As we get set to go back to racing, Mighty Mike Powers will put them on their final pace lap next time by. Our pole setter again, the number 5 of Lenny Davis. He's out in front of this one with the 24 Bumpin' Bob Huffman right there to his right. Mighty Mike Powers gives them a one-lap indicator. Next time by, we'll go green flag racing, 10 rows side by side, all 20 cars still out there in this 30-lap Dayton Daytona Mini Stock feature. Oh, 05 Jerry West has decided to go to the tail end of the pack. And we do have all 20 cars, though. Jerry West decided to start at the tail instead of on the inside of the second row, and it moves everybody up on the inside line as they go to green flag racing. 30 laps in tonight's mid-season championship spring blowout Dayton Daytona Mini Stock feature, and Bumpin' Bob Huffman, number 24, has bumped his way to the front as the 5 of Lenny Davis has slipped back to third already on lap number 1. 88 Jim Newman works the outside groove, and the 27 of Michael Mass now up to third. Working on the outside, here comes the 96 of Andy Kindig. He's up to fourth in turns 3 and 4, with the 05 of Ben McCullum moving to fifth as we complete lap number 2. 26, Dave Engelmeyer now moves his way to sixth, as we've got 12, Brian Allen sideways in turn 1. And some of the faster traffic back there, number 12, Brian Allen, getting it going again as we complete lap 3, this time by. Still under green flag racing. Up front, it's 24, Bumpin' Bob Huffman with the 88 of Jim Newman on the outside group. Jim Newman in the yellow 88 out of South Bend, looking for that lead as they come out of turn 4. Your leader will be the 88 of Jim Newman. Four cylinders here at the new Paris Speedway, the Dayton Daytona Mini Stocks. Everybody racing clean so far. Number 5, Lenny Davis now into the infield on lap number 5. As they've got 5 down and 25 to go. Jim Newman in the yellow, 88 out in front. 24, Bumpin' Bob Huffman bumps his way to second. But moving up on the outside is that 27 of Michael Mast. He's trying to get around the 96 of Andy Kindig. Kindig staying on the inside, running in fourth as they complete lap 6. 05, Ben McCullum there in fifth. And moving up on the outside to 25 of Tim Kidder in that orange number 25 machine. He's up to the 5th place spot now as he works the outside groove to his advantage. 7 down, 23 to go in this our 30-lap Dayton Daytona Mini Stock mid-season championship feature. 3 wide racing back there for 4th. 05 Ben McCullum, 25 Tim Kidder splitting the difference. 96 Andy Kindig falling back as Tim Kidder and Ben McCullum make their way toward the front. Ben McCullum in the 05. Doing a great job out there. He's falling back, though. He falls back to 6th as 25 Tim Kidder works the outside of 27 Michael Mass for 3rd as they complete lap 9. Right behind him, the number 1 of Craig Castle. Craig Castle in that 1 machine. Now working his way to the front. He started in the 19th position, and he's already worked his way up to 4th on the outside groove. Here comes Jamison Corner, fast qualifier. He's out there going to follow Craig Castle around. So the faster cars have already caught the front of the pack as we've got 10 down and 20 to go. Your new leader is the 25 of Tim Kidder as he makes his pass on the outside of the 88 of Jim Newman on lap 11. And Craig Castle in the number 1 right behind him. Oh, no, 2 cars are together. 88 Jim Newman and 25 Tim Kidder get together on lap 11. And it looks like 25 Tim Kidder's not going to be able to continue. Caution flag will come out for 88 Jim Newman and 25 Tim Kidder as they were battling back there for the lead. And they got together, and 25 Tim Kidder unable to go any further. 88 Jim Newman with a flat tire into the infield. So the second caution coming out in tonight's Daytona Mini Stock feature, this time for 88 Jim Newman and 25 Tim Kidder. Boy, 11 down, 14 to go. Earlier today, we had an opportunity to talk to a couple of the mini stock drivers about racing here to do Paris Speedway. To thank another important person in your family on this number 41 mini stock.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my dad who's, helped me out with all, getting the car up and running, doing my motor for me, and I owe it all to him.
And I understand he hasn't been able yet to come out and see you race on a Saturday night, but hopefully he'll be listening one of these nights when you do make it into the A feature.
Yeah, I hope, he'll be able to hear it, because, he can't hear very good.
Well, we wish him the best of luck. Hopefully his health will change, and maybe someday he will be able to come out here and watch you compete in our Daytona Mini Stocks.
Yep, I hope so too.
All right, good luck, Josh.
Thanks, Jerry.
Comments earlier today from the Fireball, Josh Dunn, and car number 41. We were able to go back to Green Flag Racing, and we got 1 lap in before the caution came out. While we were talking to Josh Dunn, Fireball number 41, Josh Dunn, he'll be out here in a little bit in the Mini Stock B feature here at the New Paris Speedway. Number 1 of Craig Castle in his rookie season in the Daytona Mini Stocks. He's been doing a great job. Number 8, Jamison Corn restarts there in 2nd. In front of the 05 of Ben McCullum. He restarts there in 3rd in front of the 24 of Bumpin' Bob Huffman. In 5th on the restart is the 27 of Michael Mast. And then 83, Tim Barrick has worked his way from the tail end of the pack. He's going to restart 6th with 18 laps to go. He's our points leader. And then behind him, the number 5 of Merle Yoder in 7th. And then 26, Dave Engelmeyer in 8th. The 88 of Dave Eckert restarts in 9th in front of the 96 of Andy Kindig. That's your front 10. Then we got Keith Kunkel in the 1, 64 Don Vitale, the 12 of Brian Allen, the 05 of Jerry West, 25 Tim Kidder back there in 15th, 6 Dave Coleman restarts back in 16th in front of Michael Landry in the 13, and 88 Jim Newman, 18 cars out of the starting 20, still on the racing surface as we lost, we did lose the 9 of Gentleman Jim Engelmeyer, and as we get set to go back to racing.
Go to the back. I'm not playing that game.
We've got another one now rejoining the field as we're about ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. 27, Michael Mast comes out of the pits in front of everybody. Michael Mast just come out of the pits in front of everybody as we were about ready to go Green Flag Racing with 12 down and 18 to go. And I think they're going to put 27, Michael Mast, probably to the pits for disobeying one of our flagmen down in turn 4.
Okay, well, good, because I was listening to that anyway to that.
So now, okay, they're going to let him go ahead and rejoin at the tail. They almost told him to go to the pit area, but we got 12 down and 18 to go. As Mighty Mike Powers will put them on their final pace lap this time in our 30-lap mid-season championship. Daytona Mini Stock feature. Number 1, Craig Castle and Jamison Corn up front, running 1 and 2. This ought to be a good one. Down, 18 to go as Mighty Mike Powers gets ready to look him over. He gives them the green light. They're off and racing for 18 more laps in our 30-lap Daytona Mini Stock featured 83 Tim Barrick. The stick man moved right up there on the restart. He went from 6th to 4th before they even got into turns 1 and 2. 13 down that time around. We've got number 6, Dave Coleman, in the wall in turn 4. 6, Dave Coleman, having some problems, handling problems. Around he goes. That brings out a 4th caution. This time, once again, for the number 6 of Dave Coleman. He's had some problems in the mini stocks in the last couple of weeks. Tough break for Dave Coleman, as we did get 1 lap in, 13 down, 17 to go. Plus mini stocks that come out every Saturday night, and right now you're 18th in the points halfway through the season. Tonight's mid-season championship night of racing. Hopefully you'll be able to make your way back up there and get in the top 15 before the end of the year.
That's my goal. 3 years, I've raced 3 years prior to this. I finished 17th, 21st, and 18th. And my goal is to get in the top 15, get as close to the top 10 as I can. You know, just work my hardest and do the best I can.
Who's some of the fine sponsors besides all the friends that you've got in AW Racing on that number 5 mini stock?
I got Victory by Design chassis, Forest River, Plant 45, that's you know, the plant that I work at, and AWA, the AWA crew.
Yeah, and you guys are doing a great job, and I know that you guys are out here every Saturday having fun and racing your heart out, and we wish you the best of luck in tonight's mini stock competition, Lee.
Thank you very much, Jerry.
Comments earlier today from Leap and Lee Atkins, who will be driving in our mini stock B feature coming up a little later on, as we went back to Green Flag Racing. And, oh my gosh, we got a caution going on. We've got like about a 6-car pileup down here after the Green Flag Racing. We got a couple of laps in, but we've got 1, 2, 3, maybe 6 cars piled up down here in the main straightaway as they come out of turn 4. We're under red flag conditions. Red flag conditions now here at the new Paris Speedway as the track safety truck and Bristol Fire Department rolls out there to see the conditions of the drivers. Some of them getting out of their cars. Looks like 96, Andy Kindig was involved. Maybe the 64 of Don Vitale. 24, bumping Bob Huffman around in the wrong direction down there. 6 or 7 car pileup here on the main straightaway. So while we sort this one out and find out the conditions of the drivers and the conditions of the cars, we're under red flag conditions with 15 in and 15 to go in this Daytona Mini Stock Mid-Season Championship feature. We're going to take this brief time out on your home for Saturday night racing from the new Paris Speedway on Hoosier 103.5 FM. Number 1, Craig Castle is our leader in the Brimtown Kitchen, sponsored number 1 from Bremen. The Sweet Corn Express of Jameson Corn running there in second. Out of Leesburg, sponsored by the Landmark Bar and Grill here at New Paris, Jameson Corn in car number 8. Then the Victory by Design Chassis sponsored 83 points leader. The stickman Tim Barrick there in third. Keep your eye on the front 3 as they bring him up to speed next time by. Craig Castle in the number 1 in his first year of racing in the mini stocks brings him out of turn 4, and Mighty Mike Powers turns the booster off and racing for 15 more laps. Number 1, Craig Castle in front of Jameson Corn and 83 Tim Barry. Craig Castle doing a good job to stay up in front with 16 down. Number 6, Dave Coleman heads for the pit area. With 14 laps to go, Dave Coleman has dropped out and will not be able to finish tonight's mini stock 30-lap feature. Number 8, Jameson Corn running second. 83 Tim Barrick, single file as they go through turns 1 and 2. Craig Castle doing a great job up front, setting the pace. 05 Ben McCullum right back there in 4th. 26 Dave Engelmeyer's in 5th. As they complete lap 18 this time by, they got 12 more to go. Tim Barrick trying to figure out some way to get around the number 8 of Jamison Korn. Korn's holding him at bay. 19 down and 11 more to go this time around. Bumping Bob Huffman, number 24, now dropping out on lap number 20. 20 down, 10 to go. Craig Castle, car number 1, staying out in front. With 10 to go, Craig Castle, of course, had a pretty good qualifying time. He qualified second quickest on the day, so number 1, Craig Castle, going to be kind of hard to pass. With 21 down and 9 to go, number 8, Jamison Korn, looks to the inside. Tim Barrick now on the high side, trying to get around the Sweet Corn Express. Tim Barrick, our points leader, still in third by a half a car length behind the outside of the 8 of Jamison Korn. 22 down and 8 to go as they battle it out. These 3 cars battling it out for the feature win tonight. Craig Castle would love to pick up his first feature win in 2006. He was second quickest on the day in qualifying, and he's staying out in front. 23 down and 7 to go for Craig Castle, a rookie driver in our Daytona Mini Stocks. He's got 7 laps to go if he can hang on. Number 8, Jamison Korn right behind him. 83, Tim Barrick right there as well. Single file in the front 3 coming out of turn 4 to complete lap 24. They're going to have 6 more left. Number 1, Craig Castle trying to hang on for his first feature win in 2006 if he can do it for another 5.5 laps. They're working around some of the slower traffic. 25 down, 5 to go for number 1, Craig Castle, 8, Jamison Korn, and 83, Tim Barrick. As they head into turns 1 and 2, Craig Castle works the outside groove, puts the 88 of Jim Newman down a lap. Our leader is the number 1 of Craig Castle, brings him around for lap 26. He's got 4 more to go to hang on to his first feature win in 2006. It'll be a big one if he hangs on. Number 8, Jamison Korn running second. Tim Barrick in the 83 still in third. 27 down and 3 to go for the front 3 as they come around through the main straightaway and into turns 1 and 2. They put the 96 of Andy Kindig down a lap. And the front 3 all by themselves now. As they work through turns 3 and 4, they'll have 28 in and 2 more to go to settle this one, and Craig Castle staying out in front. Jamison Korn trying to make a run on him. Not going to happen. He's the second fastest qualifier today. Craig Castle with a pretty hot number 1. He gets the white flag. He's got 1 more to go. The Brimtown Kitchen sponsored number 1 of Craig Castle trying to hang on for 1 more lap. Number 8, Jamison Korn running second. 83, Tim Barrick there in third. Checkered flag will wave this time. For the number 1 of Craig Castle, he wins his first featured in 2006 in our Daytona Mini Stocks. The rookie brings 1 home tonight here at the new Paris Speedway. One, 8, and 83. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. Tim Barrick finishes third. The number 8, Jamison Korn, finished second. The rookie driver in the mini stocks in his first year picks up a big feature win tonight. As he rolls up here to get the checkered flag, everybody puts their hands together for the rookie in number 1 mini stock. That's Craig Castle. Craig Castle picking up tonight's Daytona Mini Stock Mid-Season Championship feature. He'll get the Goshen Collision Center and Reed's Hoosier Horsepower Sponsor Championship Trophy. And Jamison Korn had to settle for second. Tim Barrick was third. 05 Ben McCullum finished fourth. The 12 of Brian Allen came across the stripe fifth. Finishing sixth, of course, in tonight's mini stock feature was the number 1 of Keith Gunkel. 26 Dave Engelmeyer finished 7th. Jim Newman in 88 was there, 88 DJ Dave Ecker came across 8th. 96 Andy Kindig was 9th. And the 27 of Michael Mass rounds out the top 10 and finishing for our Daytona Mini Stock 30-lap mid-season championship feature. We'll get our rookie mini stock feature winner up here in the winner's circle and talk to him here right after this brief timeout on your home for Saturday night racing for the new Paris Speedway on Hoosier 103.5 FM. Stock B on the pole car number 78, Mark Lehman. To his right, to number 8 of Tricia Smith. It looks like Mark Lehman not making a call, so Tricia Smith will start on the pole. Then on the outside of the front row, the number 10 of Howard Randolph. He's elected to go to the tail because he broke out in his heat race. So on the outside of the front row, we got the number 8 junior of George Flowers. He'll start out there. 57 there, that is Michael Akins. To his right in row 2, the 20 of Josh Smith. Then we've got the 31 of Ben Miller and the 29 of Paul Mishler Jr. in the third row. Fourth row, 37 Shannon Buck and the 14 of Kevin Grubb. And at the back of the pack, the Fireball, number 41 of Josh Dunn, and the 10 of Howard Randolph. 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, don't forget, number 14, Kevin Grubb's out there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cars going in tonight's Daytona Mini Stock B feature.
Your local Radio Shack dealer in Syracuse behind McDonald's and in the Country Center, US 6 in Napanee.
I just got a new Dell computer in North Webster.
Yeah, so what?
I'm not paying for it for 90 days.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cars getting ready to go in tonight's Mini Stock B feature.
90 days, same as cash. With Microbyte, you get a new Dell computer that's built just for you. I just got a
Keep your eye on the 8s, the crazy 8s up front. Tricia Smith and George Flying Flowers. They'll be bringing them up to speed as they come out of turn 4. Mighty Mike Powers looks them over. He gives them the green light. They're off and racing for 15 laps or so. 57, Michael Akins on the inside, 3 wide for the lead as they go into turns 3 and 4. 57, Michael Atkins up there to the front spot, 3 wide for second as they complete lap 1. 31, Ben Miller now moves up to second. 8, junior George Flowers back to third. But look at 14, Kevin Grubb. He started at the tail end of the pack, and he's working the outside groove for third as they complete lap 2. 29, Paul Mishler Jr. up there. 14, Kevin Grubb trying to get into the hunt. Right behind the 31 of Ben Miller as they go into 3 and 4. 3 down and a whole bunch more to go this time by. Kevin Grubb on the inside of Ben Miller for second now as they go into turns 3 and 4. 57, Michael Akins going to try to hold him off as they complete lap 4 of this 15-lap event. (14) Kevin Grubb working the outside of the 57 now. Your new leader on lap 5 is 14, Kevin Grubb. 57, Michael Akins back to second. 29, Paul Mishler Jr. there in third. 31, Ben Miller, or 37, Shannon Buck is running in fourth. Ben Miller in fifth in the 31. As they near the halfway point next time by, they'll get the halfway signal. 7 down and 8 to go this time by. Kevin Grubb clocks in lap 9. He's got 6 more to go. And about a quarter of a lap lead on the rest of the field. Number 14, Kevin Grubb, gets the 5-lap signal, 10 down and 5 left to pick up his first B feature win in 2006. 57, Michael Akins running second. 29, Paul Missler Jr. there in third. 37, Shannon Buck trying to break into the top 3 with 4 to go in this 15-lap mini stock B feature. $12 down, 3 to go this time for the 14 of Kevin Grubb. 57, Michael Akins still holding on to second. 29, Paul Missler Jr. going to try to make a bid for that second place spot with 3 laps left in tonight's 15-lap mini stock B. White flag will fly this time for the 14 of Kevin Grubb. Look at that battle for second as they come out of turn 4. 29, Paul Missler Jr. working the outside of 57. Michael Akins trying to hold on to second with 1 to go as the checkered flag now waves this time for the 14 of Kevin Grubb. 29, Paul Missler Jr. Michael Akins driving back on the inside. Look at that battle for second. Akins spins out in turn 4. Checkered flag waves. 29, Paul Missler Jr. will finish second. 37, Shannon Buck right there in third. Tough break for 57, Michael Akins. Overdrove it in turn 4, spun out, and will finish dead last. And winning tonight's Mini Stock B feature, put your hands together for the 14 of Kevin Grubb. $14 Kevin Grubb out of North Webster, Indiana, sponsored by Tranter Graphics and BC Tile Company. Picks up his first Mini Stock B feature win in 2006. Kevin Grubb will also get the mid-season championship trophies, compliments of Goshen Collision Center and Reed's Hoosier Horsepower. So congratulations to the 14 of Kevin Grubb, your Mini Stock B feature winner. For tonight's Valvoline Motor Oil Street Stock C feature. On the pole, car number 99 from Napanee is Brandon Fink. To his right in row 1 from Bourbon, number 83, Greg Headington. Second row on the inside. He comes to us every week from Chicago, Illinois, the 118 of Mark McLahorn. To his right in row 2, the 38 from White Pigeon of Jeff Long. Third row inside, car number 47, that's the Bulldog, Gene Hughes. On the outside of row number 3 and car number 6 is Terrible Teddy Stanley. In row 4, driving car number 71, that's the Doughboy Larry Saunders. To his right in row 4, the number 02 being driven this weekend by Josh Summers. In row 5, car number 20, Rick Richardson. And the 79 of Bruce Fernie Jr. In row 6, the 14 of Terry Lombardi and the 8 of Randy Huffman. And in row 7, the 19 of Ty Hayes and the 72 of Andy Leidecker. Row 8, 02 Cy Sharp. And the 46 of Michael Bogart. And in the last row, right there at the back of the pack, the 77 of Dennis Zimmerman. $16 cars get ready to go 15 laps in our Valvoline Motor Oil Street Stock C feature as Mighty Mike Powers puts them on their final pace lap, this time by. 16 cars going 15 laps. The winner of this one gets a case of Valvoline Motor Oil and the Mid-Season Championship Street Stock C-Feature trophy. As Mighty Mike turns it loose, 19 Ty Hayes turns around. Look out in turn one, everybody every which way. Rick Richardson and Larry Saunders. Complete restart coming up. Yellow, 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 yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Boy, guys, everybody wants to lead on the first lap because they want that case of Valvoline Motor Oil.
Playing now at the Linway Plaza Cinema and the Pickwick Theater.
See the hottest, latest first-run movies at the Linway Plaza
2,
Cinema.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 cars now remaining. As we lost a couple in that exchange. And Mighty Mike Power is about ready to give him the green flag as they come out of turn 4. He's going to catch him sleeping. He gives him the green. They're off and racing. 3 and 4 wide as they go into turn 1 again. Let's see who comes out of it alive. 3 wide there in the middle of the pack. 02's up against the wall.
$13 to $14 an hour for experienced aluminum MIG welders. Find out more on the
Josh Summers in the 02 hit the wall. And number 6, terrible Ted Stanley. How can he even see the drive? So much smoke coming out of that machine. Look out in the backstretch. Everybody coming to a dead stop. We're going to have another yellow. Oh my goodness. 1 lap in, 2 yellow flags. We gotta get this one under control.
Golden Tool in Syracuse is paying $13 to $14 an hour for experienced aluminum MIG welders. Find out more.
That's the reason why they're all wanting to win this one. But they got to do it in 14 laps. Your leader is the 118 of Mark McElhorn from Chicago. Running second is the Bulldog Gene Hughes in car number 47. In third now, the 71 of the Doughboy Larry Saunders. 19 Ty Hayes there in fourth. 02 Cy Sharp has worked his way to fifth. Then you got the 83 of Greg Haddington. The 14 of Terry Lombardi. The 79 of Bruce Fernie Jr. 38 Jeff Long back there in ninth. 77 Dennis Zimmerman. That car's for sale, race fans. A good-looking Camaro stock car is for sale. And I heard earlier tonight that he's got like $7,000 into that racing machine there, that number 77. But he's only asking $3,500 for a turnkey stock car. So if anybody wants to get into the street stocks, that 77 is for sale. See Dennis Zimmerman in the pit area. He'll be down there in just a little bit as they go back to green flag racing. 3 wide into turn 1 for the lead. Mark McElhorn out in front. The Bulldog, Gene Hughes in the 47, Larry Saunders in the 71 battling up front as they complete lap number 2. Mark McElhorn in the lime green machine out in front in the 118. Ty Hayes now in the 19 trying to squeeze in between Gene Hughes and Mark McElhorn for the lead. The Doughboy got a little sideways there in turn 3, but it maintains his 4th place position. 02 Cy Sharp's running in 5th. The Bulldog Gene Hughes still in 2nd as they come out of turn 4 this time to complete lap number 4. Five down, 10 to go for the 19 of Ty Hayes. 47 Gene Hughes running second. 71 the Doughboy running in third now. 02 Cy Sharp's in fourth, and the 118 of Mark McElhorn's back to fifth. Keep your eye on 72 Andy Leidecker. He's moving forward as we complete lap 7. He's up to 5th place already. Seven down, 8 to go as the halfway mark comes out for 19 Ty Hayes. 71, Larry Saunders now trying to squeeze in between the slower number 99 of Brandon Fink and the 47 of Bulldog Gene Hughes, and the Doughboy now moves to second on lap number 8. Larry Saunders, the 71, now trying to get around the 19 of Ty Hayes, lap 9. 6 more to go as the Doughboy tries to work his way to the front spot. He looks to the inside coming out of turn 2. 19 Ty Hayes stays out in front. 5-lap signal comes out. 10 down, 5 more to go this time by. There's Andy Lydecker, number 72, working the outside groove. He's up to third. Now he's up to second as he works the outside of the 71 of Larry Saunders. 72, Andy Lydecker, a man on a mission as they complete lap 11. Keep your eye on the 72. He's on the outside groove and making ground. He's got his foot all the way through the floorboard. 72, Andy Lydecker, trying to get the lead on lap number 12 as he works the outside of 19, Ty Hayes. That was a dead heat right there on lap 12. Number 72, Andy Lydecker out of Mishawaka, trying to win his first Street Stock C feature. He's on the outside groove, 13 down and 2 to go this time by. '72, Andy Lydecker on the outside of the 19 of Ty Hayes. White flag will fly this time for 72, Andy Lydecker, a half a car length lead with 1 to go. Ty Hayes battling back on the inside, side by side, racing down the billboard backstretch. Andy Lydecker, 3 deep. Your leader, your checkered flag will fly to the 72 of Andy Lydecker.
Legends of Rock. And now Goldie's Music has compiled the greatest hits of 3 of these legends: Jerry Lee Lewis, Little Richard, Chuck Berry.
72, 19, and 47. That's the way they finished 1, 2, and 3. Gene Hughes finishes third. 19, Ty Hayes had to settle for second. Winning his first Street Stock C feature. Put your hands together for the 72 out of Mishawaka of Andy Lydecker.
This 3 CD package is not available in stores, so call toll-free right now and order your very own copy of The Legends of Rock. Call 1-800-617-3995. That's 1-800-617-3995.
72, Andy Lydecker out of Mishawaka, Indiana, in the victory lane tonight here at the new Paris Speedway. Picks up his first C feature win in 2006. And as he makes his way out of the car, race fans, let's give this gentleman a nice big round of applause. Let's hear it for 72, Andy Lydecker.
And a 30% chance of showers and storms in the afternoon.
What a good run for the 72 as he finally captures his first feature win in 2006 in our Michiana Tire Street Stocks. Andy Lydecker in car number 72 out of Mishawaka. On the outside of the front row, the 14 of June Kaiser. Second row inside, 85 Rodney Archer. On the outside, the 23 of Doug Miller. Third row, we're supposed to have the 29 of Phil Moore. On the outside of row 3, the 25 of Meatloaf Jason Stafford. Fourth row, the 22 of Bouncin' Bob Johnson and the 59 of Terry West. Fifth row, the 5 of Leapin' Lee Atkins and the 15 of Howie Facette Jr. And the 11th car to start tonight's Mini Stock C feature, the 18 of Donnie Kaufman. And it looks like we got 2, 4, 6, only 8 cars, 9 cars, as we've got one back there. So it looks like we got a couple of them not making the start of tonight's Mini Stock C feature. As soon as we can get all the pictures taken down here in the main straightaway and all the trophies presented for the mid-season championship night of racing. Once again, we want to thank Al Maurer of Goshen Collision Center and Paul Reed of Reed's Hoosier Horsepower out of Ligonier for sponsoring tonight's mid-season championship night of racing. All righty then, race fans. 9 cars, 12 laps. Our final C feature about to begin. June Kaiser there in the 14. She's got the pole because 92 Ryan Yarich has to start at the tail because he was over his qualifying time in the heat race. So he has to start at the end of the field. Of course, the rest of the cars wanting to start at the back. Matter of fact, driving the 18 now, we have a driver change. Leapin' Lee Atkins is driving the 18. Donnie Kaufman letting Leapin' Lee drive the 18 in tonight's racing action. So Leapin' Lee Atkins will start back there at the back of the pack. Watch them now as they bring it up to speed out of turn 4. Mighty Mike turns them loose. They're going 12 laps. Look out, June. She's about ready to get swooned over there in turn 2. And June Kaiser, number 14, has to come to a slow stop. She's trying to get it restarted, but she can't get it going as a caution flag comes out. Okay, now she got it restarted. Got to put the clutch in and push on the gas. The same time you put it in gear. Okay, June. Complete restart coming out in tonight's Valvoline Motor Oil Street Stock C feature, a 12-lap event. She's still having trouble back there in the backstretch, the 14 of June Kaiser. She might need some assistance, guys. He gives them the green. They're off and racing. '29 Phil Moore out in front. 22 Bouncing Bob Johnson running second now. Moving up to third is the 15 of Howie Facette Jr. as they complete lap 1 this time. '18 Leapin' Lee Atkins on the outside groove trying to make his move as he catches the ride in the 18 Donnie Kaufman car. 23, the 23 of Doug Miller into the infield. Oh. Tough break for Doug Miller as he'll have to set the rest of this one out as they work on lap 3 this time. '29 Phil Moore comes around here. 3 down and 12 more to go. And at 29 of Philip Moore over his time, so your new leader will be 22 Bouncing Bob Johnson as Philip Moore's over his time. Look out there in turn 1. 18 Leapin' Lee got taken out. And around he goes. 92 Ryan Yarich got into the side of the 18 of Leapin' Lee Atkins. And around he goes. Brings out another caution. Our second yellow coming out in tonight's mini stock C feature. Here is the 22. Bouncing Bob Johnson, number 15, not out there any longer. He's into the infield now. So our second place car will be the 59er Terry West. 25. Jason Stafford will line up third on the restart. Then the 29 of Phil Moore. 92 Ryan Yarich and 18 of Leapin' Lee at the back of the pack. 4 down, 8 to go as we get ready to go back to green flag racing. Well, the front 2 about ready to go back to green flag racing. The rest of the field kind of sleeping at the wheel as Mighty Mike turns them loose. 22 Bouncing Bob Johnson in front of the 59er Terry West. And then the rest of the field. 5 down, 7 to go. This time by for the 22 of Bouncing Bob Johnson out in front. 59 Terry West trying to catch up. 29, Philip Moore now up to third. 25, Jason Stafford's back to fourth. At the halfway point, 6 in and 6 to go. Bouncing Bob Johnson out here for the first time for 2006. Out of Warsaw, Indiana, leads them rounds. 5 laps to go for the 22 machine of Bouncing Bob Johnson. 59, Terry West running there in second, but coming on strong is the 29 of Philip Moore. He's trying to bounce his way back up to the front. He'll move to second with 8 down and 4 to go. Philip Moore has his sights set on that lead. As 59, Terry West got a little low there in turn 1. 9 down, 3 to go this time by for the 22 of Bob Johnson and the 29 of Philip Moore. Three-car battle back there for third between 59, Terry West, 18, Leapin' Lee. Look out, here comes Ryan Yarich in the 92 on the inside. That's a battle back there for third and fourth with 10 down and 2 to go. Ryan Yarich in the 92's up to third as he worked around the 59 of Terry West. Ryan Yarich. White flag flies for Bouncing Bob Johnson and the 29 of Philip Moore. Ryan Yarich has worked his way back up to third with 1 to go. 59, Terry West, 25, Jason Stafford, and it looks like the 18 of Leapin' Lee Atkins has got mechanical problems as the checkered flag will wave this time for the 22 of Bob Johnson. Bouncing Bob Johnson will win tonight's Daytona Mini Stock C feature in front of the 29 of Phil Moore and the 92 of Ryan Yarich. A good drive for those guys to finish second and third. Well, that's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. It was 22, 29, and 92, finishing 1, 2, and 3. Ryan Yarich out for the first time. And that 92 machine brings home third. 29, Phil Moore was second. And winning tonight's Daytona Mini Stock C feature. Put your hands together for the 22 of Bouncing Bob Johnson. Well, race fans, as soon as we can give out the trophies and get the pictures taken, we will, of course, get out our 18 spectator figure eighters out here once we get the infield cleaned up, get everything wrapped up. We'll be ready for our Race and Rumble coming up in a little bit.
Hoosier 1035 with
Really, man, come on. 6 o'clock news says somebody been shot. Somebody's been abused. Somebody blew up a building. Somebody stole a car. Somebody got away. Somebody didn't get too far. Yeah, they didn't get too far.
Grandpappy told my pappy back in my day, son, a man had to answer for the wicked that he done. Take all the rope in Texas, find a tall oak tree, round up all of them bad boys, hang them high in the street, for all the people to see.
Justice is the one thing you should always find. You gotta saddle up your boys, you gotta draw a hard line.
When the gun smoke settles, we'll sing a victory tune, and we'll all meet back at the local saloon.
We'll raise up our glasses against evil forces, singing whiskey for my men, beer for my horses. We got too many gangsters doing dirty deeds,
too much corruption and crime in the streets.
It's time the long arm of the law put a few more in the ground.
Send them all to their maker and he'll settle them down.
You can bet he'll settle down. 'Cause justice is the one thing you should always find. You gotta saddle up your boy,